Hey up, ghosties. Oh, I'm starting to stream again. Oh god, I'm having flashbacks. Oh god, I'm gonna be here for another 72 hours. No, please. Hi everybody. Hey up, chat. How are we? Oh god, I have to remember how to start a stream. I haven't done this. Don, thank you for redeeming first, and the Spotify reminder, which I completely ignored and will do right now. A private session. There we go. Thank you, Crystal. Hello. Ark, hello. I hope you're doing well today. Voracious, hello. And I know you have clubs, so no worries. Hello. Zim, good to see you. Hello. Hope you're well. Purple, hello. Mindstormish, hello. Which I don't know why I called you that today, but hello. I forgot about the timer. Yeah, I realized when Emily said we have negative 79 hours until stream. Also, Soot, you saying you hadn't watched any of the previous lore. I was like, why do you think there's a lore video? And I looked down at the title and realized that I put lore exclamation point instead of exclamation point lore. You know, the command to go watch the anyways. Whoops. Sorry, I'm just an idiot. No, not a lore stream. Not a lore stream, just exclamation point lore. I just don't know how to. I'm just a bad streamer. It's not Tattoos and Amnesia, the lore stream, I promise. I swear, it's not that. But those are coming. The next piece of lore drops on Saturday, so it is on its way. I did my best. It's a lore stream, not a liar stream. Listen, I'm trying my best. Hello everybody, my name is Almost Sander and welcome home. How are we? Almost Sander, hello Ollie, how are you? I am listening to the same song again, apparently is what I'm doing. Get out of my life. There we go. Hello everybody, how are we? I'm angry at Minecraft. I'm sorry. Are you on the server? Are you fighting for the server? I hope you're doing okay with it. I was actually going to stream that today, but I was going to dick around on Minecraft, but I wanted to chitter chatter, and so I thought I'd do art today. But I will admittedly probably join the server after stream if people are playing. I'd like to come play. This is not the episode of the lore where Tara gives Xander a tattoo and also games Amnesia. That is not the one that's happening. Put the gender away? I will not. The gender stays on. I'm out here doing my damnedest today, okay? I'm freshly showered. I'm clean. I'm put my shit together. I'm just... Honestly, even I like the way I look today, so... Oops, this is gender. I've done it. I found it. I picked it up off of a thrift store. I went thrift shopping. There's about 100 bags behind me. You straight up can't see the bags. They're back there, I promise. But I went thrift shopping to get the stuff for the cosplays, because that is part of what the subathon money was for cosplays and the convention. So I'm doing the darndest that I can. But I will show you guys the cosplays as they come together. This music is still too loud. I feel like I'm going deaf. Chill out. As the cosplays get together, I will show you guys them, so I'll kind of show off as we go. You look so cool, dude. The gender is gendering. Aw, you guys are very sweet today. Thank you. I feel like I need a haircut. I know I keep saying that, and I know people keep saying, like, no, Xander, please, your long hair. This is getting like a little out of hand, I think. I think I can tell you one thing. It won't survive the summer. I'm loving this. I love the look. I love the energy. I love the whatever I'm giving right now. But this is not surviving the summer. We'll see if it survives June. We'll see if it survives March, because I'm going to Mexico in March. We'll see if this survives that. If it does, we will see if it survives June, and it's not surviving July. I promise you by July, I will have a haircut. And I don't know how much. I don't know how much. I really don't. I don't know what I'm going for. But to be honest, we might straight up lose the black. Like, it just might, like, whoop. Like, if I just, like, whoop. And then I just had this to work with again, like back in the old days. This literally, because of the way that I have my hair dyed, it looks like this is my hair, right? It's like, oh yeah, I just have like shoulder length hair. And they're like, oh, did you cut your hair? And I'm like, no, it's just all back there. It's all, there's so fucking much of it. Back in the old days, it was a buzz cut. Okay, back when we started streaming, it was a buzz cut. I buzzed my hair 3 days before I started streaming, and I haven't cut it since. I've had like teeny tiny trims since then. But so this is 2.5 years worth of my hair. Obviously this stuff has been cut, but this stuff has not. Like, this is 2.5 years worth of hair. And it's not surviving July, I promise. I promise it's going away. Because I have an anime convention in July, and if I'm going to wear short wigs, this isn't going to happen. It needs to go. So, that's the plan. But hi, chat. How are we? We are post-subathon now, over 2.5 years on stream and all of that fun, sexy stuff. How have you guys been since the subathon? How are we getting along? I'm genuinely still, like, recovering in terms of energy. I sleep like 7 hours a night right now, and I still wake up exhausted, like I didn't sleep at all. So I am mid-recovery. Arc is 0 out of 3, or not 0 out of 3, but 0 to 3, and I feel like they're on the losing end of that. But I'm still here, still cheerleading. One of these days, we'll get a point for you. We got you. Your hair looks curlier than usual. It's because I literally just got out of the shower like an hour ago. This is like freshly showered. If I showered every day, this is what my hair would look like. But I'm going to be blunt with you. I don't shower every day. I just don't. I don't even shower almost every day. Because I don't like to. So deal with it. Tired, exhausted, good, excited. Lots of energy. Loki's sad, Sunny's sleepy. We've got a range going on today. We've got a little bit of a range. Yeah, fresh Xander, pretty much. Slowly recovering from that exhaustion. I'm working on it. The urge I have to draw a Cyber edition of Xander to celebrate 2.5 years. Cyber, I will plead. I will beg. I will do whatever you want me to. I honestly, cyberpunk is like the style I wish I had the energy to pull off. Like, if I could get up and get dressed and do my look every day, I would go full cyberpunk. But I'm lazy and disabled. I have problems, and I just can't do that every day. And so you guys get black t-shirts and cool necklaces, and sometimes my hair looks good, and that's all I've got for you. So hopefully that's enough. That's what I've got. Also, don't tell anybody I'm drinking a coffee today. It's a secret between me and you, chat. This has to be our secret, because I'm not supposed to be drinking coffee right now because I have my ADHD medication. I'm actually medicated today. Can you believe that? I wouldn't believe it if I were you. Looking at me, do I look medicated? Maybe, actually. I don't entirely know, but I'm sure medicated. Don't tell anybody though, but I'm really not supposed to have coffee with it, but I'm going to pass out if I don't, because I'm hitting that solid Vyvanse crash right now. I feel like I am crashing, burning, losing my will to live, so I'm just recaffeinating so I can stream for you guys. Why am I the mother figure here? Emily, they're tattling on me. You don't give a fuck. Of all the people to tattle to, Emily doesn't give a fuck. She's not gonna be in here like, Xander, don't you have that coffee? She's like, fucking good luck, brother. L.U. No, Emily's not gonna come take my coffee away. She's not caregiving me. I'm a big boy. I can make my stupid decisions on my own. She's the only one in the area of you. That is a good point. She is the only one who could actually come take my coffee away, but I would be very upset. Anyways, so, title of the stream, I've streamed for 2.5 years and I still forget. It's there. I'm like, here, there, I don't know. Title is there. Title of the stream today, is tattoos and amnesia. So let me explain the two things my brain has. Tattoos. I have a tattoo. Actually, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 tattoos on my body. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. Okay. I have 8 tattoos on my body. And so, I've been looking around at getting another tattoo, getting set up for my next one. And I haven't been able to pick what I want because I've got like I'm showing the amnesia part right now. I don't know what I want next or where I want it because I have a lot of big pieces planned, but I don't have the time or money for that right now. So I was trying to pick something for Emily to tattoo on me because she owes me a tattoo for my birthday because that was my birthday gift from her. And I literally haven't redeemed it yet because I can't pick a tattoo. I think I have decided, but we'll see. But in my, drawing over all of my tattoos and looking at them and kind of being like, oh, where to put the next one or whatever, I keep coming back to this. I don't like this tattoo. We've talked about this before on stream, I believe. If you haven't seen it, this is This is my tattoo. I don't know how to show this. There you go. There's a tattoo. It is a fox and the space. It is not a snow cone. It is a fox looking off into space. And it says, "We are all stardust." It's a concept I'm really a fan of. But the tattoo isn't my favorite. It does belong on Oblivion Fox. This is a tattoo of my mod. This is Oblivion, and there is the fox. It's right there. Foxes were one of my favorite animals. They're not my favorite animal, but I still like them a lot. And like, I love the sentiment of the tattoo. But I'm gonna be real here. It looks like an 18-year-old girl's tattoo off of Pinterest. Why? Because it was an 18-year-old girl's tattoo off of Pinterest. That's all this is. This is the only tattoo on my body I haven't designed personally or had designed by a friend of mine. I saw this image of a fox looking up at space and in the triangles, and I brought it to a tattoo artist, and I took off some designs on the top and added the words and gave it to my artist and said, "This is what I want." And she tattooed it on me from Pinterest to my skin, and I regret it years later. I'm not happy with it. Which I don't regret it as in like, oh, I wish I never would have got it. 19-year-old me was an idiot. Like, no, it literally isn't that big of a deal. It's just that it's a very obvious place on my body, and it's very feminine, and it's very teenage. And it doesn't fit the aesthetic I want for the rest of my body right now. Like, this tattoo and this face, it's just not meshing. So I thought maybe I could look into all of the ways that I could adjust my tattoo by adding to it. I don't want to do a cover up because I like the sentiment, but I wanted to play around with some ideas I had for possibly expanding the tattoo in a way that I would make better. But yeah, and Reese saying I spent 2 years thinking about my tattoo. I'm not that person. I am fully the person of do things in the moment when they feel right. Like, the only tattoo I really, really, really pondered over was the one on my thigh, because I got that one when I was 18 years old. It was my very first tattoo. I got it the morning I turned 18. I woke up in the morning, I had cinnamon rolls for my 18th birthday with a candle stuck in them, and then my mom and I went to a tattoo shop, and I got the design that I had hand-drawn this design of the compass with the different directions or whatever, and the eye in the center, and then I have a semicolon in the center of it. I can actually show it to you. I have hang on. I have a picture of it on here. This is I was using this for The Sims. Don't ask why I have this. This is the tattoo that's on my thigh. So I have the compass rose, and then I have my eye, and then I've got the semicolon in the center of the eye. I was a huge this one I really thought about, like I really pondered over it. I really tried to figure out what I wanted with it, and I was really, really happy with it. And I still am. I think it's a cute tattoo. It still is. It's definitely a teenage girl's tattoo, but I'm definitely still a fan of it. I actually have all of my tattoos on here because I did this for The Sims. My second tattoo is this. Here's the one that's on my arm. These are not the original drawings for them. Like I said, I did this for The Sims. These are tracings over my tattoos. And like the reason I did this is because I was making a Sim CC tattoo pack that had all my tattoos. Don't ask. I went through a phase. So this is the tattoo that is on my arm, the one that I am not as happy with. And then after that one, what order did I go? Then it was this one. This one is on my hip. I could legitimately drop you the CC pack if you want it. This one is on my hip. And then it was this one. You can't see that. Hang on. Hold on, chat. There you go. This one is on my ankle. I did this with a sewing needle and calligraphy ink. Don't do what I did. And then it's this one. Yep. This one is on my knee. I did this one with a tattoo needle and tattoo ink, like a big boy, but on the top of my knee at 3 a.m. in my friend's bed because I'm a loser. And then it was my crayon that I have on my ankle. This was a friend of mine was training to be a tattoo artist, and he's like, I really need people to do practice tattoos on. And I was like, I'm your bitch. And he was like, oh, what do you want? And I was like, literally anything. Pick anything you want. Because he was a horror artist, right? He did mostly horror art and like very aesthetic stuff that I was a huge fan of. I got a crayon because he needed to expand his portfolio. So I have a crayon on my ankle, and I didn't hate the crayon. I still don't hate the crayon. It looks goofy as fuck, and I definitely want to edit it, but it's just a crayon on my ankle. I think it's cute. Everyone thinks it's for my autism. It's not, but thanks for the encouragement. This one is on my thigh. This is the first tattoo I got from Emily. It was her second tattoo on skin. So this one is on my upper thigh. And then I don't even have the other ones because the other ones are too new. But I have one on my calf as well. Yeah, and it was also for the teaching thing, because I was like, I need to have something that, like, you know, can be good for teaching, and this works really well. So, and that's why I said, like, I didn't mind the design at all when he showed it to me. I was like, yeah, dude, like, this is like, it's perfect. So anyways, tattoos are a thing, and this is the one on my arm that I'm not a fan of. But when you're saying, like, you know, maybe not for tattoos aren't the thing to be like, you know, go get it right now kind of thing. I'm also like, if I don't like it, I can either A, get it covered up, B, add on to it to make it something different, or C, I live with a cool memory on my body. I don't like the one on my ankle either. I'd probably am gonna either get that one covered or added onto somehow. But it's a cool story. I like having cool stories on my body. And I'm all for just getting a tattoo just for the fuck of it. Emily's so cool, she made me want to be a tattoo artist. Honestly, I love that. She's an inspiration to us all. She's the only thing that's encouraged me to actually try doing tattoo arting. Wow. To try being a tattoo artist. I actually want to put time and effort into trying that. So, killing myself / pause. That's so cute. But yeah, no, she's pretty fucking awesome. And also she's gonna tattoo Reese's nipples. Dope. But anyways, yeah, so this is what first I'm gonna trace over this really nicely so I have a copy of it. Because the other version's not really great. And then we're gonna try to design some things around it. Second part of the title, now that it's been 20 minutes. Is Oblivion still hanging around in chat? Oh god, hang on. My mic stand, please. Just the nipples, and then I'm done getting tattooed forever. Honestly, an iconic way to go. There's Oblivion. Okay, so right before I started stream, I'm gonna talk about this while I start working on tracing my tattoo. Right before stream, Oblivion message. Oh, I need to switch. Oh god, all my subathon settings are still here. Get these out of here. Get these out of here. Disgusting. Disgusting. Get these fucking subathon settings out of here. Where's my chat? There we go. There you guys are. Hello, guys. Oh, okay. Yep, nope. Get that out of there, too. Get, boop. Boop. There we go. All right, cool. I'm gonna get a Memento Mori, Memento, Verev, with an hourglass on one side being death and the other side being nature and life. I totally support that. I think it would be dope. I almost got one for Unis Annus. Kind of glad I didn't, but I almost did. Just because Unis Annus was such a cool thing. No, Xander, I have negative 79 hours to go. Yeah, I really got to get going. I've got to suck that time back into me. I know, the timers are still everywhere. Yeah, the Unis Annus tattoos were really cool. The bird on my hip is actually a cover-up of me trying to do a stick and poke Unis Annus tattoo of the 00s on my own hip for some reason while I was crying over the finale. So I had to get that covered up because it was just horrendous. So I have a bird on my hip now instead. Which is a shame because that bird is one of my favorite tattoos and it's in a place that nobody ever sees. So it's just me living my best life here. But Oblivion had messaged me just before stream here, and it had, oh god, let me see if I can grab the exact message really quickly, just so I can give you guys the exact concept of where these thoughts are coming from. You're sad and your first instinct is to give yourself a tattoo. That's wild. That has happened 3 times. I have one on my ankle, one on my knee, and one on my hip. My brain just wants to put art on my body. I don't know. Yes, so Oblivion has been really into the Outsiders SMP, like very, very focused on it recently. And so let me see if I can pull up the exact message. Oblivion messaged us. Where's my paragraph? There it is. Interesting thought, guys. Prompted by the silly Minecraft roleplay I'm watching right now. If you lived like half of your life, 25 to 30 years, and developed as a person and went through things and experienced things and all of that, but then you got your memories completely wiped. You have no recollection of who you were and are, or what your life has been like, and then you have to, live your life, form new memories and experiences, and essentially live a completely brand new life, completely different from your previous one. So if you compared these two people, present and past, they'd be completely different people. If you did that and then let them remember who they were previously, like gave them their memories back, what do you think would happen? And they gave a bunch of different ideas of like the different possibilities in terms of, reverting back to the original or denying it, or possibly like Jekyll and Hyde style splitting. Like there's a bunch of different ideas. So it's just that was where the concept comes from. I wanted to talk about it because I was like, I have so many thoughts about that, but I can't fathom having to write them all down, and I have to stream in like 5 minutes. So instead, let's make it the topic of chat because I said so. And so I wanted to talk a little bit about amnesia plots and resolutions for them specifically. I don't know. I just have a panic attack over it if I give it a singular train of thought. Well, please do not give it too much of a piece of thought then. But amnesia plots in terms of literacy is something that I admittedly am a huge anti-fan of. I hate amnesia plots genuinely and thoroughly, because even though there were so many good ways to do them, people tend to do them the really lazy ways or choose all of the worst options. And so I find it really rare that I come across a amnesia plot that I like at all. Generally though, those amnesia plots are the ones that are applied as a plot point later and not as a set point, which I think is what we're talking about, right? Because, if we want to look at, say, the Dream SMP, right? Just as an example, the Dream SMP as a possibility for its season 2 had discussed the possibility of an amnesia plot in which all of the characters lost their memories of everything that happened on the server and then, had to, start their lives all over again. And that is probably the worst physical way to ever do an amnesia plot, because you take all of the building and emotional development and attachment we have to characters and stories and you wipe it to have a clean slate. Not a good way to do an amnesia plot. I don't think there is any way to physically do that well. You are immediately going to damage your characters and their investment unless you make it very clear that this is a temporary thing that can be regained and our goal is just get it back. Leave a character or two who remembers and then have people gain their memories back. Different idea. Normally, amnesia plot, terrible. But what Oblivion's talking about sounds more like the beginning of a story. Somebody is living their life up to a certain point and then their memories are completely wiped. And we pick up the story right there with this person who, maybe we knew the stuff that happened to them. Maybe we know the things they had done in the past. Maybe we don't. But they have developed they're developing this new personality. They completely relearn how to live their lives, learn who they are, develop a personality, a moral stance, create memories and all this stuff. And then at some point for the climax of the story, those memories are back. You suddenly have access to the things that made you who you were before rediscovering who you were in a secondary life. There are so many ways to do this. I can immediately think of a bunch of ways that I can imagine that I wouldn't like this plot to go. So that's where my brain immediately wants to go. I don't know where exactly to start here. Let me check in with you guys. I put a lot of my thoughts out on the concept in Scooters. I like amnesia concepts because it shows that people always have a tendency to lean back into who they are without any inside fluence. All right, I'm taking her to start then. And Emily did talk about how there's a piece of this that relates to her book. I would say go read her book, but you have to wait until she publishes it. But it is the concept of nature versus nurture. Sometimes you can play the amnesia plots as a nature versus nurture concept of, if you could wipe somebody's memories, completely take away all their trauma, take away all of their the way that they were raised, take away all the outside influence of who made them what they are, and let them grow up again, you know, will they develop the same? Is there something inherent that makes us do the things we do? Or given a new opportunity, would they become a completely new person? And that's a really fucking hard topic to try to, you know, cover well, because that's complicated. It's not a question we really have an answer to in the real world because, you know, we don't really run into that very often, where somebody has just completely stopped being a human being. And I truly do believe to some degree it would be dependent on the person. And I'm trying to draw a straight line. Apparently a difficult concept. Yes, someone did say nature versus nurture. And the concept of it is like, that's a complicated one. If you start seeing that repeat, right? If you know, if you did horrible things in your past and then, you know, you start doing all those horrible things again, like it questions if there is something inherent about, you know, what was I always going to be this way? You know, is it, you know, the way that I was raised? Is it the things that I've went through? Is it the, you know, the things that I had to face to grow up or whatever? Or is this just inherently who I am? That's a complicated question. It's a quite complicated question and answer because we don't really have an answer to that. And most people are a combination of things. There isn't like one good, you know, this is the answer to that. It's significantly more complicated than that. Yes, yeah, Vess is nature, and the other character, to avoid spoilers, is nurture. It's the concept of, you know, this is the way you were always going to be, and there's nothing you can do to change that, or, you know, it's because of who you were, you know, it's because of what you went through. And Crystal, no, I don't think it's weird at all to say you'd be terrified of what you would be like without trauma, because that it just wouldn't be you. I know that sounds weird of like, you know, trauma doesn't make you who you are, but anybody who says trauma doesn't make you who you are hasn't probably lived through trauma, because it does. It shapes who you are as an individual, not entirely, you know, it doesn't decide what you like, or it doesn't decide, you know, you know, your favorite color. It doesn't decide, you know, if you're good at art or not, but trauma does decide major pieces of your life, and it shapes us into who we are. And admittedly, for a lot of people, wildly enough, it creates major parts of their personality, sometimes for the better, sometimes for the worse. You know, you kind of will see it as a thing of like, the people who live traumatic lives are usually either some of the meanest or some of the kindest people you've ever met. It's honestly a pretty stark dichotomy. So that's where like amnesia plots get complicated. Let me talk for a second here about my concept in terms of, you know, let's go with the nature, you know, let's go with the nature concept, especially if it's bad. That's where it gets complicated. I guess it depends on which story you're trying to tell. If an amnesia plot is a nature plot, as in you were always going to be this way, you're always meant to be this way, this just is the way you are, and the answer is the thing you are is bad, that is a hell of a plot line. That is a hell of a plot point. Because that's something you have to face. If you lost all your memories, all your trauma, everything that you went through, woke up to a brand new person, like, and just like became the person that you are right here and right now, and you still ended up, you know, say being, you know, distrustful or manipulative, or, you know, if you lied, if you cheated, if you stole, if you know, did things that people generally morally frown upon, and you used to be able to say, well, it's because you know, this is how I was raised, this is the only way I know how to survive, this is the only thing I know how to do, like, whatever it is, that was a fallback. But if the nature plotline proves to be true, and you did all of those things in a past life, and you've done them all again now, there is something to be said about the fact that that just is who you are. That's just inherently something that you're okay with doing. And then you have to face that, which is an entirely different scenario, which is wild. I think to some degree being cynical and sarcastic is also heavily based in trauma. I definitely believe it can be for some people, for sure. Absolutely. Some people, that is the only way they survive. Some people just are, by nature, just cynical people or sarcastic people, but I definitely believe for a lot of people it is traumatic response. The route the outsiders went for the character essentially was nature versus nurture, because they spend one life hating and wanting to kill some people, and the next life devoting themselves to protecting those same people, only for it all to fall apart when those memories are regained. Right. So then let's swap it, right? Fuck nature. Let's talk nurture. What if it really is the way you were raised? I have a couple different ideas about that one, because that one really fucking sucks. Because if it is a nurture plotline, you know, that it really is the circumstances under which we are raised is what, you know, makes us who we are. That means that we could have been different. And that's significantly harder to face, I think, at least for myself, is to like, if I was, say, this outsider and like OC, and I, you know, grew up and, you know, like I devoted myself to trying to kill these motherfuckers, and then I lost all my memories, and I came back and I was like, oh, I'm going to devote myself to protecting these people who helped me so much or whatever, and I gained my memories back. Now you have a view of something that most of us never have a view of, which is exactly what Crystal said they were afraid of, which is the concept of seeing yourself without trauma. And I don't think most people could manage that and remain in a healthy state of mind, because to witness yourself raised without trauma, you know, to be the protector, the lover, the, you know, easily open and laughing and trusting and all of those things that are so hard to do with trauma, to view yourself as the healthiest version of yourself, and then have to step back into the reality of what you became. It's like seeing, it's like being teased. It's like having this thing dangled in front of your face, is like, this is the life you could have had, but look at the one you were given instead. It like genuinely shows you, like, you know, this is the best opportunity you could have ever had. Here's what life could have been, but fuck you, you get this life instead. And that, I think, would be significantly more detrimental to probably anybody's mental health, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think most people could face that and go well. If you had amnesia, and then even if you don't remember, your brain would still have the trauma response engraved into why you do things. There is a chance of that, yes, if we are talking the literal world, but rewind that to, this is the fantasy world, and literary fantasy doesn't have to follow the real world rules. Real world rules, yes, we would probably have a lot of our fear responses still ingrained in our brain, but real world rules, amnesia is a significantly different thing than it works in fantasy, because when you say that you wipe all memories of something, do they still know how to cook? Do they know how to clean? Do they know how to drive a car? Do they know, you know, it's like the simplest parts of our brain that aren't like muscle inherent, like, do I know how to walk? Do I know how to speak? But like anything you've ever been taught, do you know basic math? Are you literate or are you illiterate? Like, those are way more complicated things. Trying to face it as a reality-based thing would be really, really difficult. The worst of that plot line would be if you were excluded and then loved in the second life, and then it all goes back and you have to wonder what was wrong with you the first time, or vice versa. Yeah, that would be fucking horrible. You could have been something, no thanks, I'm going to buy a Glock. No, genuinely, this is why amnesia plots are so difficult. It'd be so funny if you had stupid fears but no clue as to why. You see a traffic code and you freak out and you've got no idea. Genuinely, having those fear responses like entrained in you and not having the memories to tell you why you're afraid of those things genuinely could be a really cool plot point, actually. Having somebody have these inherent, like, desperate fears ingrained in them but no fucking clue as to why they fear them, that could be a fun plot point. Actually, to continue to do literary comparisons things here, I am currently reading a manga, which is also an anime called Noragami. If you are looking for an anime to watch, highly recommend. Unless you don't want to have to read a manga, because the anime only has 2 seasons and the manga is way, 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 way past that. And the manga is so good, so genuinely go read it. But with Noragami, there are characters, Shinigami, Shinki, which are regalia. They're weapons that used to be human and have died and now have come back to life, and they do not have any memories of their prior lives. They are just now, you know, reborn as human beings who now exist under the god they serve, right? But there is a piece of the manga, this isn't really a spoiler, but it doesn't come up in the anime, so whatever. The way it's set up is there is something called the God's greatest secret, which is the way in which your Shinki died, or way in which these human beings died before they became weapons. And if a regalia regains those memories, like the way Oblivion was saying, if they remember the life that they had before, normally in this circumstance, they remember the life, but also the way that they died, it will corrupt them to the point that it will kill them. Because these humans, they are corruptible when they're in this form. They become like kind of like demons. If they get corrupted and aren't able to serve their god properly, they will fully just turn into demons and they will have to be killed. So if a Shinki discovers, their past life, if they regain those memories, it will torment them to the point that it will drive them to insanity when they realize that, the way that they died, and they realize their life, and they realize what their name was. And it is such a devastating moment that it genuinely kills them. Like, it drives them to the point of complete insanity. They completely devolve into their demonic form, and they have to be killed or put down. And that's honestly, I think, how most average human beings would react to a major scenario like that. Obviously, this is a little different because this is you died and came back to life. Don't remember the traumatic ways in which you died, because, you wouldn't want to do that. So it's a little bit different of a scenario, but a similar concept into, remembering those things would be really detrimental. But I guess it really depends on how different those lives are. I mean, what if, you regain your life and it really wasn't that different? Obviously, Oblivion wasn't speaking about that. It's interesting because you can kind of find the same traits in both past and present characters. The same need to protect and fight gets twisted into hatred over a group of people who they were taught to fear and hate. And then without that influence, the same core need to protect and fight is put to the use of protecting the same group of people who then became friends. Yeah. Stay super freaky, have great vagina, love you. All right, later, Reese. I'm sorry if it was a bad topic for today. But yeah, it's a complicated thing to think about. Now, in terms of my own take on it, I don't know if I have like a good final answer of like, yes, here is what I think would happen. Because there's just too many nuances. Like I just said, like, I don't think there's like one, like, this is the way in which it's going to happen, or this is the way that characters would react, or whatever it is. But I think it does to some degree definitely depend on how different the lives were. And in the situation in which you're talking about, I genuinely think it comes down to that same thing I had said before of seeing what life could have been for you and seeing what you ended up with instead because of the external influences. And I do believe it would create a lot of bitterness. I don't remember the Nicki Minaj soundtrack. I'm so sorry. Or soundtrack, TikTok sound. I don't know that one. I'm sorry. I apologize. I missed your reference. Okay, thank you. But yeah, that's, I think to some degree, I don't think you could avoid the traumatic fallout that would come from seeing that you could have had a good life and you had lost it. But I guess it would depend on the character, because I think there's two ways to genuinely respond to that. Either your character is going to have a good response to, but look at this new opportunity I've been given. I did some horrible things in the past. I was a bad person. I went through horrible things, and thus, I did what I had to do, but I've been given this second chance, maybe this is the new opportunity that I've been given, and maybe I can grow from this. Maybe I can have this new opportunity to live the life I want to, or somebody will grow bitter and, have that rage, that anger in them of, that's not fair. And honestly, I wouldn't blame them for that. So trying to figure out which direction they're going to go, it really depends on your person. Is your person going to be someone who is generally positive and is going to go with the angle of, this is an opportunity I never should have been given, but I have, and I'm not going to waste it. I'm going to make the best I can of this new life, and I'm going to try to do my best to grow because I've proven that I can be good. I've proven that I can have good and do good and all that good shit, right? Or is your character a generally cynical, generally, a glass half empty kind of person who's going to view it with this bitter lens of, why, like, it's not fair, why couldn't I always have that? What was wrong with me in my first life? It's not, all of those extra pieces. It depends on who your character is. The nebula does not have eyes. Does the nebula have eyes? The nebula does not have eyes. Anyways, there's my tattoo. I have to come up with how to fix this now. No, don't point out eyes on it. It'll bother me. This is on my skin. Don't point things out. Don't, the pro tip for life, don't ever point something out on somebody's tattoos. You'll be a dick for it. The eyes thing is less serious. It's not a big deal, but if you're ever like, is that spelt wrong, or is that line crooked, or that tattoo looks like a penis, don't ever point that out to somebody. It's on their skin for the rest of your life. You will be an asshole. Don't be an asshole. Eyeballs is different because that's kind of lighthearted, but I'm careful about that one. But any hoodles. Yeah, I don't know. All of this stuff is kind of complicated. I personally, what if I just go? I don't know where you're going, but go get a penis tattoo. I mean, you could. Most tattoo artists call those job killers, depending on where you get it. Things like hand tattoos, neck tattoos, tattoos of tattoos of penises on a piece of your body that you can see. Those are job killers, as in you're never getting a job again. I thought I heard a crash. If you hide it, then you can do whatever you want. Secret penis tattoo. But if I came from a personal standpoint, right? If I came from, like, what if I had it happen? If I had all my memories erased or whatever, or I didn't know that I had them or whatever it is, and I suddenly gained it back, and I've had a better life now than I had before. My last life was really bad. I personally am someone who would, I probably would be I'd be pretty resentful to some degree because there's a lot of time wasted. I think that's what it'd be. I'd be really resentful of the time that was wasted and the parts of my life that I went through that were bad that shouldn't have had to have been bad. I think that would be a big viewpoint for me on it. But I think I would take it as the opportunity to grow from it and say, like, hey, yeah, I did those things, but I'm not that person anymore. This is who I am now. That might have been who I was, but because of everything I've had the opportunity to go through now, it's not who I am. And therefore, like, yeah, I'm going to be resentful that I lost all that time and sad that I went through the things that I should have had to go through and so on and so forth. But this is my life now, If you erase my memories and then let me gain a new life here and then give me my memories back, I don't suddenly become the person I was. I just am myself still, just, with a different flavor, I guess. That's why this character is so interesting, because they've been given a whole new chance to get close and learn to see these people as people. They trust these people they've been taught will always stab you in the back. They prove wrong everything they were taught previously. And then instead of when they gain memory, realizing that they were wrong and they're actually people they should protect, they go the complete opposite direction and go straight back to wanting to kill them. And if that's that ingrained in your brain, there's nothing you can do about it. That is the way that your brain is ingrained. There even memory loss, if you've been through a certain level of internal processing, there's nothing you can do about it. That's the way you think now. That's not an easy one. Hello, Rat. Hope you're well today. I feel like I'm actually dying, so I'm doing my best. My head hurts so bad, man. All right, here's my tattoo. See, now I have to do the next part of trying to figure out how to fix it. I have some ideas, but not many. So chat, if you've got any ideas as to how to fix my tattoo, I'm down to clown. I've got some ideas. Cute, that's a cool tattoo. Thank you. It's on my arm. It's right there. There it is. That's me. That's me. Make it a penis. Now it's a penis. I've used up all my daily time on the creative server somehow. Oh my god, you were on that server? I didn't know that's the server you were on. So penis is not gonna be the answer, but great start. The thing is, right, here's the problem. I want to get rid of the diamond shape because I think diamond tattoos are very common. They're very pretty. You guys don't have a creative server. The creative server is for me and my friends. This is just a friend server I have. The only concept I've had was doing something like this. Oh. Something like this, right? But not quite this. And like, I don't know what I could do to blend it well, but essentially creating like how do I explain the thought process here? Create like a connection between the two, so that there's like just two of these motherfuckers sitting here instead of just the one. And I was thinking about doing the other one that's facing him, this one, doing him as a skeleton, you know, because that's like the concept, you know, like we're all stardust. Like that could be like the representation of it. This would have, I'd just have to cover with enough trees to make it look, you know, make it look somewhat natural. I'm sure I could get a tattoo artist to do that. That's good at this. Don't mind that right now. But then again, you know, we've got shit like this that you can't just get rid of. Guys, it's for the mods. Mod creative server, guys. That was the most degrading thing I've ever been told. What about that was degrading? There was nothing degrading there. Sorry to disappoint. Yeah, no, it's just a mod with me. It's just a little server me and my friends have. That's all it is. I have several servers that are just for me and my friends and not for stream. Surprise, surprise. I hang out with my friends sometimes. But if I did do something like this, right? There's nothing I can do about the fact that there is a diamond on the top. Like I can't just make that go away. And so I would have to add something in both directions. I can't just make this triangle stop existing. I can't get rid of lines like that. Even if I was thinking of like doing like this side here as like a skeleton of a fox, which I fucking couldn't tell you if I know how to draw right now. But like I would do like, oh god, I don't know how to draw a skeleton right now. Just work with me here. This is me trying to figure out where a spine would go. Something like that. And then like, you know, I'll look at actual skeletons at some point if I'm going to draw this. But like, you know, ribs or something, you know, like that. And then like do like a little skull here, which would be like just a little like, oh god, I don't know what skulls look like either. Skull. I don't know what I'm doing right now. Somehow this has turned out like a human skull, which is not what I intended. Whoops. I don't know what skulls look like. I'd have to go get a reference or whatever. But if I was to do something like that, hold on, the one to the left could be upside down and skeletal, so like it's a reverse tarot card. Okay, hey, wait, hang on. Let me see if I can think of what you're trying to say. Let me also try to like, these would be like bones. Don't mind the that none of that makes any sense, but you know what I mean. That's like kind of the concept, right? I must leave for now. Good night. The one on the left could be upside down and skeletal. And also remember, this is on my arm here, right? So right now I'm designing the skeleton to be here on the outside of my arm. If we do something inside, it's going to be inside my arm in here, which is okay. I'm just trying to remember where all of this is sitting. And this would be really difficult. Flip it and put it. Oh, that's not what I was thinking. You're saying do this. Like this. See, but it's difficult because the words are there, so it couldn't be exact. Like, it would genuinely, it'd have to be smaller. I actually would probably do it like that, maybe. I could do something like that. The words can fuck off. Here's the thing, though. Here's the problem. I want to keep the words, but everything else is hard. Constellation, like the bones or stars. I don't mind that idea. I could do something like ghosty up here. Like, I would love to do like different stages of decomposition kind of thing. Of like having like the skeleton down here, but have something like ghostly up here somewhere. Like something like the spirit still being there. Like if I could do like the spirit coming from there, going behind, and then like having like something in here, like having like the fox's face here. Do you know what I mean? Like, ba-ba, look, it's a fox. That's not what foxes look like. No, my highlighter. Look at him. He's so broken. I'm crying. I didn't mean to draw it that bad. Just let him, oh god. Just let him, oh no. Okay. I'm crying. He's great. He has to stay. Yeah, let that be. What kind of afterlife is this? I don't know. But he's beautiful. I need just a layer of him, please. Okay, so he's there now. Don't mind him. Back to actually trying to do tattoos. God, he's funny. That is hell. Put it out of its misery. No, he lives on forever. But so if I did like a... Oh god, I'm trying to think. If I could do like a fox like looking like out like kind of thing, like, you know, like a yay excited fox. I don't draw animals. Don't come for me for how bad all of this looks. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, wahoo. And like, you know, maybe like the first like paw. How the fuck do paws work? Like up like paw, you know? But then the rest of it is like coming out here. And this could be all like constellation-y and shit. And like this could be like the nose, and then we could add like a star at the eye. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like this could be like ding 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 ding. Like, you know, and we could like have this make out of like constellations. That's like do. Look at the constellation of El Doggo. You know what I mean? Like constellation Fox, right? Right? And that could be coming from here. And maybe we do like a, you know, like it's like around him kind of thing, something like that. Do you know what I'm talking about? And then we'll do like, we could do like a little bit of like the ghostly version of him, where it's just kind of like, just kind of the outline of where he would be, like a little like, ooh, like something like that, right? The only issue is, again, well, I mean, I guess I could, I don't have to extend. It feels weird having him outside of the triangle, but it would be really hard to extend the triangle. I don't know, because it's also colored in, you know, like it's colored, so I can't just like add more black and white. I'd have to add color if I extended the triangle. Also, I have to be careful how far I'm going over, because I can't be going onto my fucking elbow. Like, the skeleton would be here. This would be where the skeleton is. It would be the skeleton right here, and then, like, the constellation piece would be coming up. But yeah, there's not a good way to get rid of these triangle corners that I can think of. I don't know. I mean, I could do, I don't know. I'm back. Welcome back, Dawn. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't mind doing a band around my arm in some way, but like, I don't know what would do well. Like, I wouldn't mind doing something like if I could just take this and just like do and go in both directions and have like the like a forest band. I could do like the band, like the black, like all the way around my arm with like the stupid little like trees and shit. Do you know what I mean? But even if I did that, there's still gonna be these triangular lines around the dude who's alive. So I would need to have something that mimics that, but I can't think of what. And like it's very clearly gonna be a tattoo that I've like tacked other things onto. So I don't know where to go with it. That feels too complicated. Like, I can't think of like a way to make this look like I haven't just like stuck a tattoo on my tattoo. I don't know. I like this idea so far. I mean, I could do... we could do... like... I could do... the opposing shape. I would have to figure out how to draw a triangle, apparently. How do I draw triangles, man? Triangle. Give me a triangle. It's something like that is what our triangle would look like. But like, not that, like this. Like if I just did like, maybe something like that. Where I did like a similar triangular shape, but it would get hidden a little bit behind the head. But I could do like a matching shape, even if I did like move it closer and had like the tips of their tails touching. Maybe if I did like the triangles there and then moved all of this shit like in this way and had like the tails like touching each other. I could do something like that and then just have this behind it. But then I would want something on either side. Like, yeah, like an inverse. You can make a band go around your arm that's the lines in the middle and the smaller triangles that go all the way around. That's true. Yeah, we're just designing a sleeve. I like the flipped triangle. Triangle tips touching instead of... Wait, what triangle tips touching? What tips are you trying to touch? I'll let you finish your sentence, because I have a feeling triangle tips touching instead of wasn't a full sentence. But I feel like this would... But then if I'm gonna do that, I would feel the need to have something here. Oh no, I've made the Triforce. Fuck. Suddenly Zelda's here and I didn't mean for her to be. I didn't mean for her Zelda or him Link or really any of them involved. But this is a concept. 'Cause that's kind of cool. A baby fox in the fourth triangle. We could do that. What if you put another triangle on top of the other one so the tips touch? I do not want to do that, like up here. Like up here. Because that would be in my armpit. That would be like up here. And that's just simply not where I want to put that. So I'm not going to go that high up. I'm trying to keep it verticality. The right one. Oh. Like if I took another triangle and did... like here. What is... Yeah, like here, and then... The only issue then is the words. Oh, I see what you mean, so that it's inverse entirely. I would just have to straight up delete this line of the triangle. Like, cause it just... But I could do the line, like, here. But I couldn't have that other line, like, fully. I could have it, like, lead in on both sides. But then I'm not sure exactly... True, yeah, I could scoot it over so that they don't touch. So like if I did... Hang on. If I combine these boys down... except for that one. Like that. Like, then we'll connect these. And we'll connect this one. And then, where's my wolf looking ass motherfucker? I guess, because then, yeah, we'd have something like the spirit here. If we did like that. Because then it's like cycle of life. But yeah, the only problem with that is then, yeah, the words are all concentrated here. It's like, I like this does work. But we would need to figure out something to do with the words. Because we can't just have We're All Stardust on the left side and nothing on the right. Stretch you shrimp, I'm sorry. Oh, like we are all stardust, like do like how are we all capitals? Yeah. Like this. Like something like that, like we are all stardust in the end, like that kind of energy. What is the actual quote? I can't find the... Where's the actual quote? Yeah. Every atom in your body came from a star that exploded, and the atoms in your left hand probably came from a different star than those in your right hand. It's really the most poetic thing I know about physics. You are all stardust. You couldn't be here if stars hadn't exploded because the elements, the carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, iron, all the things that matter for evolution and for life weren't created at the beginning of time. They were created in the nuclear furnaces of stars, and the only way for them to get into your body is if those stars were kind enough to explode. So forget God. The stars died so that you could be here today. It's my favorite fucking quote. That concept is what got me through life. That is the concept that like got me through like existing, is that memory of like the stars existed and died. Like an entire star died to make up the parts of my body that are here. And one day I'm going to die and I'm going to become a part of the earth. And one day the earth is going to explode. And one day my stupid little atoms are going to end up back in a star again because everything's a cycle and none of it matters. Like it's so fucking cool. I love that concept. So it's less of like in the end and more of like I don't know how to type. Like, it's more of like, we are all stardust once again. Like, it's about returning to it. It's about like, we have been, we were, and we are. I'd have to get like the actual, like, I'd have to like do my fonts properly so that my fucking fonts matched up. Like, these need to be like curved A's. But that's poetic as fuck. What? Yeah, no, really. I don't know. It's fun. I mean, I could do something like this. Because that would be here to here. This would be like the back of my arm there. This is neat. This is neat. I'm actually kind of a fan of this. I would probably I need some balance is the thing. We need these. I might do the same thing on this side. In terms of this, like the trees, just because it needs to have the balance of like the dark. So I might do the trees here again, where they're like this. Hang on, let me make sure I'm not drawing all these on the same goddamn layer. I am. Okay. Like if I did... I genuinely think I would do like this. And maybe this all would have to be packed, and then this could be like the wispies and shit. Like, you know, like this could be dark here, and then all of that would be dark. Can I make that fill in nicely, please? Whoop, there we go. And then like this could like have like the wispies there or whatever, but then like this would all be dark, and all of this would be dark. So that I have like that like balance, and then we could do like the trees and shit again. so that there's still that like balance that's going on. I like the inverted triangles look like an hourglass. Yeah, it's the passage of time. The only thing is now I definitely want to I want to do something there. Yeah, same cat. It's the same. It's him. It's reincarnation. That's the whole point of the We Are All Stardust thing, is that this one's alive and this one's dead and this one is only in spirit, and yet it's all the same person. It's that you are alive right now and you were dead and you will be the stars again and you will continue to be that cycle. That is, the world doesn't end when we die or when this planet dies. Like, it's gonna be the cycle of a star died so that I could exist, and then one day the world will explode and I'll be a star again, and someday that star is gonna explode, and maybe it'll explode in just the right way that the nitrogen, the hydrogen, and the iron and everything comes together again, and maybe someday 100 trillion years from now, in some planet I've never even considered might exist under a sun that I've never seen before, it'll be a thing again, a living thing that can think, and maybe it'll think the same way I think, and who knows? It's so cool. It's so good. This reminds me of something. What does it remind you of? What is the heat death of the universe and the cycle of death remind you of? I actually don't know which thing you're referencing. Oh, I fear I would be self-promoing. Oh. Because I said the sun exploding, it has become the webtoon, but okay. I mentioned the sun exploding once. But this is what I was saying. I meant it was the same as the cat. I don't know what that means, Soot. You could put the full spirit atop the skeleton's triangle and then the one above the living fox is unchanged. I could. Stars dying to create life is a whole plot point. Yeah. I mean, yeah. That is the beginning of it. But. Oh, my cat says, got it. Okay. I'm sorry, I got distracted. There was too many things going on. I was being excited about space. I just wanted to be excited about space. I wanted to be excited about the living and dying of stars and us. I didn't mean to deflect, I just like the symbolism. It's okay. I also like the symbolism. It's cool stuff. I'm sorry for having a relatable cat. Yeah, have a less relatable cat. Tell your cat to cool it down on the relatability. Ignore me. No, you're good. You don't need to be ignored. What is happening? Chill out. Chill out, chat. And by chat, I mean everybody. Why is Ollie crying? I'm overwhelmed. Why is Ollie yelling what? I don't understand. Ollie is always crying. I mean, it is in the name. Why did you yell what? I'm so confused. I don't understand what I've done. I'm gonna stop addressing chat because I think I've said something and I don't know what now. Anyways, space is cool. I genuinely don't know what I would add to. I feel like I'm still off balanced. I'm also confused. No worry. Listen. I'm always confused. I'm perpetually confused. Okay. I would want this to be like semi, so that like it could be like ooh, 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 you know, like that, like, or whatever, like it just like you know, the spacey stuff is kind of like, that's like the connecting thing. So this would be mostly like adding here. I still hate the font, but there's nothing I can do about that, to be honest. But if I add this will be here. This will be like here. So it's like going to be like the outside of my arm and up. So it's going to be like the outside back of my arm area. And then it'll be like here. So like there. So it'll be this. Okay. I don't know exactly what else I would need. I still don't, I'm not happy with this one. I know you guys say move the spirit over. I don't know. I like that it kind of kept them moving. I will fix the skull. Don't talk about it right now. Don't you give me the sad face of your skull is so ugly. I'll deal with it later. I'm just trying to get a sketch in. I'm not trying to deal with the monstrosity that is my skull right now. It's in the right place. That's all I need. I'll make it worse. There you go. Now he's scared. It's not significantly worse. I don't like that he's looking at me. No, I don't like that he's looking at me. Get him out of here. It'd be kind of cool if the trees were at the top. Hang on. It would be cool if the trees were at the top of the right side, so it looked like the skeleton is buried. Oh. Ooh, wait. Hang on. You've got a thought process here. What if we... And then we could do little, like... How do you, like, do that thing of, like, showing that something's, like, dirt? Where you have, like, little, like... Oh, God. Like, little, like, splotches of, like... You know, like, little stuff like this. And, like, have, like, a little bone down here or something stupid. Like, you know what I mean? Like, having, like, little, like, showing that this is, like, an underground... Like, whatever. You know what I mean? Do you guys know what I mean? And then, like, yeah, we could do, like... I'd probably do something a little bit more natural than this. Don't mind me. I'm just trying to get an idea on paper here. Okay. Like that. With the trees being here. You know what I mean? Ollie's on to something here. Hang on a damn second. Like, do, like, your stupid... I don't... Man, I don't draw pine trees. I don't fucking know how to draw this shit. But let's just fucking put trees. Tree. Okay. This is how a true artist makes trees, let's be clear. Right? What do we think? How does that look? How does that look? Bro is the tree artist for real. Yeah, I definitely do think there's some balance that helps there. Angle the hill, you're right. Fuck. How do I do this? You know, so that we're like balanced like that. Do you know what I mean? So it's like a continuation almost. Like that kind of like energy, like it's like continuing up. I would probably, we'll keep like some constellations kind of thing going on here. Yes, and it looks like hourglass sand. You're so right. And this one, the hourglass has run out. Ah, that's cool. So, like, okay. Okay. The only thing I need to figure out now is the spirit. How am I going to integrate the spirit the way that I want, that it's kind of like weaving through the picture. Like, I kind of want it to be from the skeleton up through this area and maybe ending there. Or maybe I just do from there up here. I don't know. Yeah, like jumping maybe. Like, I want to do like some kind of energy of like the spirit in this area. Maybe I do. Maybe. Hang on. I need like... I need fox anatomy. What does a fox look like? I simply don't know. Like that. So it would be like, oh God, this is the wrong direction though. I'm so bad at visually turning things around in my brain. I can make it work. So like I could do like this, like the spirit coming up here, and it would be like the concept of like the fox, like how do I draw what I'm trying to draw? Spirit there, curve up, ears like this, and then like nosy, you know what I mean? Like the nose. I'm not good at foxes. Just give me, just hang on, hear me out, hear me out. Oh God, this is worse than I thought it would be. Oh God, I'm bad at foxes. Hang on, it's fine. And then like when they do the pause thingies, when they're like, oh fuck, listen, hang on. Shh, it's fine. I didn't do that. How do you draw anything? How do furries exist? I could do this if I wasn't trying to rush, but I'm simply trying to get my idea across. Do you know what I mean? Like fox like that, like boop 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 boop. Boop. But then like, and then like they do that the paw thingy where it's like down and then it's like up and then like the up like that, and then like, but like something like that, but like not poorly drawn. Do you know what I mean? Like where it would be like jumping like into the sky. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Do you know what I mean? Like how like it would be like jumping up and then like hang on. I need fox anatomy again. How do foxes curl in a ball? How does a fox sleep? How do foxes? I need like the ball. So like I could do like God, I don't know if I could do what I want. I don't know. This just doesn't look right, obviously, because of the size. I would need to do like the fox itself jumping so that just like maybe, hang on, this is bad. Maybe just something like this, where it's like more like the nose and head. Like the nose and head are like up here. Maybe not quite so high. But like we can have the nose and head be up here. And have it be like, you know, like this. And like something of that caliber. I don't know. It's still not doing what I want it to do. I forgot today's stream day. Tyria was EP. It's okay. Howl at the moon. I feel like howling right now. But I liked it when it went like through. I just don't know. I don't know the way to get this to look how I want it to look. Because I was thinking I could do something like, just like do like the spirit area like here. Like you guys had said. But I feel like this is too small of an area to have it look the way I want to. And then I could just do like a constellation in here of like an EP fox. Of like just like a fox sleeping. But I'd have to figure out how the constellation looked, but I don't know. But like I'm wondering if I could do like, I don't know. I'm looking at how foxes jump and it's just I don't know how to draw. I think foxes have less curve on the front of their face from a side profile. Yeah, they really don't. They're pointy boys. They're significantly more pointy than I'm making them. But like I could do like, I could either do like a jumpy boy where we've got him like pointy fox like this, where we've got like that like curve with the tail and everything, with like the it'll be all constellation-y, like something of this form, of some caliber like that, and just have the fox energy like there, and like leave the rest of it here. Fox head pointy, yeah. My sisters have the She-Ra reboot, and I'm watching Bo bond with his dad, so I'll catch her reach his new level of parental issues. I love She-Ra. I'm cosplaying from She-Ra, and so is Emily at our anime convention. I'm very excited. I'm waiting for Emily to say, did somebody say She-Ra? But I'm very excited. Big She-Ra fan. Emily introduced me to She-Ra. She's seen it several times. I've seen it 1.5 times. We're not done. We're still actually currently going through our rewatch. We actually just passed all of that stuff. Huge fan of Bo's dad's. Okay, so I've been here. I just don't like having a brand here. Okay, but She-Ra doesn't have to be your brand. But we are cosplaying She-Ra. It's very important. This is my 3rd rewatch. I've watched it 6 times. Bro, our people, we've found each other again. Emily, can I get a concept from you? Can I get a opinion? I can't decide if I think it would look better of the fox just going into the top right, like the spirit version of it just being in the top right and leaving this completely alone, or if it would look cool if I could do like, I like the idea of like the spirit version coming through here and then coming into this area, even if it's not like a lot of it. I like the concept of like the fox's head being here to kind of like complete the circle of it, and this would just be like the spiritual piece. Even if I'm thinking like, what if I do what? Hang on, I don't know if this would work because I don't know the size of this fox, I mean. I keep calling this thing a fucking wolf. But if this would be like the fox's head, if I could make this like the paw, the part of the tattoo is going to basically be in your armpit, so a lot of the detail on the right would not be fully visible all the time. No, it goes the other time. It goes the other way. I'm not going on this side of the tattoo. It's not in my armpit. It's going on the outside of my arm by my shoulder. All of this is 100% visible. This is all the outside of my arm. I'm going to the outside, not towards the inside. Because this is going off of the word Stardust, which is on the outside. Yeah, no, my armpit is about here. Wolf, hey up, Death. How are you? Your camera's inverted? It is, yes. So I'm trying to think of like, here, hang on. This is actually, here's your reference, Emily. There you go. There's my actual arm. So I was actually spot on. My armpit is legitimately right there. I was surprisingly spot on, but yeah, so this will wrap around the outside of my arm. Your camera confuses the hell out of me, does it? The cameras don't ever confuse me. That is just not what your room looks like, but it is. That's my room. Because I guess because you guys are, see, I view it, I don't know, maybe because it's also behind me. So I guess you guys are looking at me, but I'm looking at it and it's behind me. So the when I'm looking at it, I have to look left at my, like, you know, my tapestry is up and to the left of me. And from sitting where I am, it is up and to the left of me, you know? Anyways, I get confused. The color of the stars is going to make it almost impossible to layer unless you're doing a black spirit. Well, I don't think I'm doing a black spirit. I think I would do like a spiritual, like starry kind of thing here with like maybe like a paw here. You know what I mean? Like do like a paw there kind of thing. I don't know how exactly it would look, but then this piece here, I think if I could get them to add like a little star piece, or maybe just like whatever, I don't know what it was, but like pointing at the star there. If I could do this as like a constellation, like boop, boop, boop. Do you know what I mean? Boop, boop. Do you know, like do it as like a constellation rather than as like the spirit. So it goes from like, it goes from spirit to constellation to, like spirit to constellation to skeleton to living thing. Like, do you know, like something like that? Yeah, it would just have to be a really obvious constellation. I'd have to figure out how to best do that. And I'd probably talk to an artist and figure out how exactly the best way would be to go about that. Mermista and Seahawk. Oh my god. Entrapta is my fave, then Scorpia, then Mermista, then DT. Hey, I'm really bad with acronyms. Oh, Double Trouble. Thank you. I'm so bad with acronyms. I can't think. Thank you. My favorite is Catra. And then Entrapta, and then Hordak. And then like everybody else. I'm kidding. I could go like all the way down the line, but like those are my favorites. I'm cosplaying Seahawk, by the way. Seahawk is kind of my... So the Horde. You like the Horde. Yes. But also Glimmer. And also Bo. And Bo's dads. I like the chain around your neck, Xander. Very cool. Death. You specifically, knowing you, are the first of all, you're the first to comment on the chain. Secondly, do you know what it is? You would be the first person I think in this chat who would know what it is. Where's Adora widest? Oh yeah, I know. Of course you do. That checks. Not in like an offensive way. I promise I mean that with like all of my love for you. That checks. Like me too, man. And dog, of course. No, for real though. You should have seen like the girl at the pet store. I laughed so hard. For the people saying they're scared. This is the chain that Death is referring to. I'm wearing a chain today. This is called a slip chain. It's a dog collar. This is just a dog collar. So it's just straight up a dog collar. I'm a fan. Sonny, everything scares you? Real. Again, with all of the love in my heart. I just don't know how I would get this piece to look natural. I don't know. I'm a very scared person. That's, you know, that's valid. I don't know how I would make this look like natural to have like a spiritual paw there. And then the head here. But I think this could be quite cool. I could even, like, I think it'd be cool. I know I'd be fucking up my geometric patterns here. But I think it'd be cool to have little, like, just because I'm a mushroom whore. Do you know what I mean? Like, do little, like, womp womps, womp 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 womp, you know? Like, little, like, I don't know if it's necessary, but I think it would help to get the concept across. Wait, no. Mushrooms go... They always go up. Oh, my Amazon wants to tell me something. My Amazon robot has news for me. What am I doing right now? How do I draw mushrooms? Womp. Stupid little, like, something like this. You know what I mean? Like, I just think it would be cool to kind of have that, like, aspect to it. Or like a shelf mushroom or something. I don't really know of which one of these I would think would look better. Aren't shelf mushrooms, they're like this, and then they're... Wait, no. Wait, how do shelf mushrooms go like this? Something like that, you know? To have it like decayed there. I think it'd be a fun little like aspect to it. I think this is a cool design. Now, obviously I would need to make sure that the spirit doesn't like cross over the lines of the words, which is a-okay. But like, what do you think? That's a much cooler tattoo. Shelf shrooms are goofy. Shelf shrooms are so cute. Personality test, whore, bitch, or slut. I'd like to identify... I think I'd identify as a slut under that category. I think I self-identify as slut under that category. You liked my idea? I did like your idea. I really liked your idea, actually. It really helped balance everything because it felt really off balance. So thank you. That is genuinely, it helped it. Lore characters, which is which? Oh, that's hard. Cause that if I don't know if I could give Xander slut. I mean, I could. I feel like Xander would probably be more of yeah, I think he'd be more of slut than whore. Xander's got to be slut. Okay, so then who is whore? Does that make Olive or Tara whore? And who is bitch? I feel like Tara would be whore and maybe Olive would be bitch. Or maybe the other way around. I don't know. I guess it depends on who you ask. I love that everybody went Xander slut. He's gotta be slut. He is Xander slut. So real. Olive is both bitch and whore, so I don't know. Yeah, it's complicated because it depends on who you ask. I think Tara is bitchier, but I don't know if Olive is whore. I think Tara can be bitchier, but not usually. I feel like in some scenarios, Olive may be bitchier. But Olive could also play the whore. You're right. It's complicated. But at the very least, if nothing else, we all agree that Xander's a slut. The one thing the world agrees on. I personally identify as bitch, but in the little bitch way and not the mean way. I identify as slut in the way of, like, I want to dress like one, but also I'm not going to act like one. Can we move on, please? No, it's my stream. I'll talk about it as long as I'd like to. Thank you. Even Death is like, can we move on? Listen, I thought we've established this a long time ago, chat. If there's something that you don't like going on in chat, 9 times out of 10, my answer is head out. Because I don't listen well to, can we change the topic? Unless it's like genuinely triggering some people, in which case, you know, especially if it's my mods, there are circumstances in which we can adjust that. But I own this place. This is my corner of the internet. You've started with it, deal with it. Yeah. I was talking recently with some other streamers. I was talking with some streamers a while ago, smaller streamers who were talking about what is the hardest part of being a streamer, and like the hardest part of like dealing with chats as a baby streamer, and a lot of them agreed with what I have almost never had a problem with, which is interesting. And they actually commented on the fact that I don't really have a problem with it. And it's this like inherent feeling, and I do to some degree have a problem with it, but not in the same way, that like I inherently, like, small streamers have this desire to like please their chats, right? We feel like you guys give us a lot by being here and supporting us, especially when really little. Every single viewer counts. Like, it's really important, like, to keep as many people around as possible at all times. And so you always feel the need to like please the chat, especially if you're trying to grow a lot. But there's this like problem that comes then of like, it is hard to set a boundary. A lot of people will have trouble saying no to their chats if it's a smaller chat, because you risk losing a viewer. And if you've only got 7 viewers, losing a viewer is a huge deal. Like, that's a huge chunk of your channel, especially if it's somebody who chats a lot. Like, there goes a lot of your interaction. Like, it's such a hard game to play. It's such a hard, like, line to draw well. So there's a lot of struggle with it. But I don't have that issue because, like, I take after Sneeg to some degree, and I used to talk about it all the time. Sneeg doesn't give a fuck about his chatters, but that means his chat feels like a very safe place to be, because you're never dealing with people being like, Sneeg, show us your feet, or any of the other stupid stuff of like, you should play my game, or you should do this thing I want you to do, or dance, monkey streamer dance. Like, he just tells people to fuck off. And if people like tell him like, oh, you've been talking for 20 minutes, can you get to the game? He'll be like, actually, no, we're just gonna sit here now. Actually, no, fuck you. You wanted me to draw? Now you just get my face. We're just gonna sit here and do nothing because you whined about it. And now you get to fucking deal with it. If you want Streamer Boy Monkey Entertainment, go somewhere else. I'm here to have a good time. Fuck you. And I've watched him sit and do nothing on stream. He'll legitimately go on his phone for like 20 minutes, and chat will just kind of like bounce around off each other until like the idiots go away. And then I'll be like, all right, can we play RuneScape now? Like, let's play RuneScape. Like, it's such a cool dynamic that he has, because he never is like, oh man, chat really wants me to do this thing. Like, he's never like on his own ass about like, gotta please chat, gotta make them happy. I'm like, gotta give them what they want. And I've like definitely like, I've leaned into it a lot in terms of content I like. You know, like, I'm like, oh, does chat want to see this new video game, or does chat want me to talk about this content, or does chat want me to like focus on this idea or draw this thing? Like, what do they want to watch today? And it's like all internal. It's like me, it's like perceived shit. It's like stuff you guys don't even say is the issue. Is that like I get controlled over the stuff that like you guys don't say, the implicit of like, you know, if I play this game, you know, I get less viewers, or if I stream this thing, I get less viewers, or I have to do what chat wants me to do so that people will come. But if ever I like face it like in person and chat's like, man, I don't like this game, you should play something else. If I actually hear somebody say it, I'm like, no, fuck you, eat my ass. Actually, I'm gonna play this game for the next 12 hours. It's like I get in my own head, and it's literally like fake chat voices that don't exist that I'm like trying to please. And then anybody I actually run into chat who's like, do this thing because I want you to, I just yell at them. So I've created my own hell. All of my own problems are made up. Xander does not seek to please, he just owns. Real. Except I seek desperately to please because I'm a people pleaser. But I don't want to actually please anybody because I'm also pathological demand avoidance. So as soon as you want me to do the thing, I don't want to do the thing. But I'm a people pleaser, so I'm going to assume that you want this thing, and I'm going to try to do exactly the thing you want me to do. But as soon as you tell me that that's the thing that you want me to do, I don't want to do it. You know what I mean? I think I've just explained that to myself in a way I'd never thought about it before. Huh. Interesting. Hello on stream therapy. I think I've just figured something out. Interesting. I need to be angrier about streaming. Maybe that's why streaming isn't fun to me anymore, because I'm constantly trying to think about like how to best people please, and everybody likes it all the time. And there's never this like energy of like, man, fuck these people. Like, I'm gonna stream what I want to stream today, because you guys like everything that I stream, so it doesn't really matter as much. And so like I'm constantly trying to please somebody, but I always please them But so I never know what the right thing. Oh, whatever. Oh, whatever. Fuck this. Fill yourself with spite, not Sprite. I'm not going to carbonate myself like a McDonald's Sprite level, but I will do shit out of spite. Interesting. Bully me, I make it too easy. I don't want to bully anybody. That's not really the point of the channel here. I will bully you if you're an asshole in my chat, but you don't normally deserve that, so I'm probably not going to do that to you. Can you be angry at me? I don't, what do you mean, please? What do you mean, please? I don't want to be angry at you. Why would I be angry at you? I can if you want me to. Why? Can someone Venmo me for a Sprite? Why does my chat want me to bully you? To try new things? Ali, I don't know if I've ever been mad at you. I think I've been frustrated with you, I'm sure. I've been frustrated with everybody I know. But I don't know if I've ever been mad at you. Let's have a bully session. No, now hang on, guys. This cannot become a degradation kink stream. That can't be what this is. Bully us, stat? No! That can't be what this is. Is it because of the chain today? Is it the eyeliner? Do I just look mean today? What did I do? Like, what did I do today? Do I just look meaner than normal? I feel like this is a roast because he doesn't actually dislike you. What is happening? I'm too sensitive. Don't bully me. All right, Death, you're safe. I just want to feel something. Please give me something spicy. Huh? All right. Yeah. Fuck it, Ali. I fucking hate you. Despise you. I can't stand you. Fuck you and everything you stand for. Everything you like, wrong. All of your hot takes, I think they're morally bad. I think you have morally bad hot takes, and I think you're going to Christian hell for your hot takes. There you go. My one I hate Ali moment. Yeah, clip it, because it doesn't ever happen, and it's not happening again. But I'm simply a man who will give what he is asked for. I will do as he's told. Okay, I need to look up a fox skull and figure out how the fuck to draw this. Alright, what the fuck do fox skulls look like? I also have to figure out what a fox skull looks like from, like, the back view. Okay, there's the clip. Death needs a compliment. He's sensitive. Death, you're doing great. I'm just a little guy. Death, simply just a little guy. Just a dog in a dog-eat-dog world. You know what I mean? Just simply a little guy doing his darndest. Simply trying to thrive. I turned the concept into a cool doodle drawing. How's it? Pretty? Should I share? Yeah, share. Yes, absolutely. Send it in the Discord. I also need compliments. I care too much about the specific group of internet people to be bullied by y'all. No, it's okay, Dawn. We won't bully you. We only bully people who really want it, apparently. I think you are wonderful and lovely, and I would have no interest in bullying you or any of my viewers, to be entirely honest with you. I simply don't want to do that. Can I, like... Could I, like... Oh, brilliant. Okay. How am I gonna do this? Okay. How does Fox Skull work? How do Fox Skulls work? Okay. I want to be bullied by Xander. All right. Folding in on myself like a touch me not flower is so real. Okay, wait. What is chat saying here? Death is very nice, silly friend. So real. Dad, if I saw you in public, to me, at least, you'd seem like the most approachable person ever. I unironically am. And especially when I dress like this, people genuinely, people know, man, especially kids. Kids know the way that we look like punks and like alternatives and shit like that. Like, people know like that those people are safe. Like, you know, that's like, those are friends. Those are friends, not food. It's pretty widely known. The more punk I dress, the more children approach me. I've been like full punk and like approached at like a park. Like, can you push me on this swing? And I'm like, yes, random 4-year-old I've just come across. Let me take you to the swing. Where's your mother? Like, Xander, can I borrow the spray varnish? Yeah, it's in the ottoman. Xander would bite me and bounce away like a flesh... What? A flesh slinky. Huh? I don't want to be here anymore. My mom told me as a child that if I got lost, find someone punk. Yeah. Just be careful you find, like, the queer punks and not the neo-naz punks. You know what I mean? If you know what I'm saying. Find a biker. Bro, do you want to see the thing I got at the store? Do you want to see the thing I got at the store? I got so many things at the store, by the way. I got like a shit ton of clothes from the thrift store. Hang on. One of the things I found, though... Wait. Hang on. I got something from the thrift store, and it's so fucking baller. It's so cool. I'm gonna like dye it and like do like bleach things on it and add like a bunch of patches and shit. And I'm fucking really excited about it because I think it's really cool because it's just cool or whatever. But okay, so first of all, this is so cool. This is so dope. And it says, what the fuck does it say? Daytona Beach 77th annual 2018 bike week. It's a biker jacket, right? It's a Daytona Beach biker jacket, right? Right? Are you ready for the best part of this? Are you ready? Look. That's so cool. This thing is so dope. That's legit so cool. I'm so excited. Now, is it neon orange? Yes. But I think I can make it work. I think I can pull it off. I'm gonna put patches and shit on it. Like, I'm gonna patch it up. I was gonna dye it black originally. Right? But like, I don't want to fuck with this. So I don't know if I want to dye it black and risk fucking it up. So maybe I just keep it orange. What the fuck's wrong with it? I'll wear some orange. Huh? Maybe I'll look like a construction worker. Maybe I am a construction worker. Maybe I'll roof your house for you. That's Emily's job. I can't do that. But like, that's dope, man. I'm really fucking happy with this. So maybe I'll just keep it orange. Fuck it. I don't know. I think it's cool. So, test dyeing a small part of the screen printing? I could. Or I could just keep it orange. Fuck if, like, maybe I just look good in orange. I also got a floral tie-dye t-shirt that says assholes live forever, and I'm really a fan of it. My parents keep trying to convince me that punk people are the least safe and will corrupt me, and that I ended up very alt and punk and kids love me. Exactly. Okay, hang on a second. Don't say roof my house, Papa. My house needs a roof. This is the first time in a long time I've been called Papa in chat by anybody other than the mods. I need to take my pants off. It's far too warm in here. I'm doing that off screen. I have a second pair of pants on. Don't be weird about it. I have a second pair of pants on. I was just wearing 2 of them. It's too warm. Ouch. There we go. I have my knee brace on today because my knee has been killing me for the past year. I'm hyper pop soft grunge and I eat kids. Right. I don't have a specific punk label. I'm definitely of the punk scene. I'm of the punk scene of some form. I would dress cyberpunk if I had the energy. I'm of the straight edge scene. I've considered getting the straight edge tattoo, but I just don't think I will because it is a job killer, because it is a hand tattoo. Maybe I'll get it somewhere else, but it's not the same thing if it's not on the hand, and I just don't want the job killer, so I'm not going to. But I want to be punk, but I simply lack the clothes and the backbone. Punk is more of an energy than it is a dress. But, I mean, the outfits, yeah. I want to make crust pants and a battle jacket. This was originally going to be my battle jacket, and it kind of is. But it just doesn't fit well, and it's old, and it's falling apart, and I wore it to the BLM protests, and it was like that was my battle jacket for the time being, but I think I'm gonna make the orange fucker my actual one and actually get started on patching and shit. Crust pants is something that I want to make, but I would need to find a pair of pants that work for it, and I've never found one. I'm more music and politics, and I look silly in the clothes because I'm a tiny little child. Yeah, get into the music and the politics of it, and the clothes come with time. Punk is a lot of things. Punk is a soul. Punk is who you are on the inside, not on the outside. You know what I mean? Like it's so much more about like what you are willing to do in the world and like what you're like, you know, do you know what I mean? Like it's not about like your fucking it's not about your battle jackets. It's not about your battle jackets or your fucking crust pants or your fucking Doc Martens or whatever the fuck you're wearing. Like that's just not the point, you know? I don't think I could handle crust pants. They seem like sensory hell. I just need to find a good pair of jeans to work on. But also, the point of crust pants is like they're not gonna start as crust pants. Do you know what I mean? They start as a pair of jeans. The point is just getting yourself a pair of real, genuine denim pants, like real jeans, and just wearing them. And just wearing the fuck out of them. Sea, sand, salt, fuck them up, messy, stupid mess shit pants. And then when they fall apart, instead of buying new pants, you patch them. And you just patch them with whatever you have. And you know, doodle on your patches and shit. And then you just wear them until your fucking pants fall apart and you put more patches on them. Crust pants were not labeled crust pants because somebody quick fixed them and DIY'd them at home and thought this would be quirky. It's because they were crusty as fuck because they were 10 years old. You know what I mean? Yeah, Wranglers are good shit. I have a pair of Wranglers and they're not jeans, they're khakis. I think they're Wranglers. I got a pair of khaki. They were my work pants. That is, I got a pair of work pants, and they can handle fucking anything. They are pretty great. Alt punk grunge fey and a tiny bit of yeehaw thrown somewhere in the mix. Yeah, if I could just identify as y'alternative, that'd be ideal. That is where I'm at. I am yeehaw punk straight edge. That's what I am. All right, let me draw a fox skull the right way. I'm not going to do this well, but I'm going to try. Eat the rich, real. Eat the rich and know what that means, not just that it's a ha-ha funny. A lot of the young punks are very like, yo, eat the rich, and don't exactly know what they're saying. So, go study your punk world. The punk world has so much that it wants to teach you. Okay, let me see if I can figure out how to do art here right now. Oh god. This is going to be trying to see if I know how to draw today, and the answer might be no, so don't be surprised if it is. Okay, well, this isn't great start, but that is not exactly what I was going for, but okay, hang on. I guess I need to do a little bit more like that, I guess. Because, like, it's like the skull is like this. I'm looking at a picture of a fox skull, if you're wondering what I'm looking at over here. And then point, and then like that. Okay. And this will be like this. And this would be like, there's like an opening here, because an occipital lobe would go there, if you know what your occipital lobe is. Shout out to all the occipital lobes in chat. Jason Derulo. For anybody who is not watching this live for some reason, that did not make any sense. I was just quoting the song that's playing in front of me. What does it mean, Dad? I forgot. Government L for real. Racism, sexism, any prejudice. L real. Doesn't it go like when the rich have nothing left to eat, they will? Yes. So yes, that is my occipital lobe says hi. Hi. The eat the rich. The actual quote is, when the poor have nothing left to eat, they will eat the rich. The concept of it is, while the rich keep getting richer, the poor keep getting poorer. And if the rich want to keep taking from the poor and keep putting us in situations where we have nothing, there is going to be a point where we are turning on, you know, there's going to be a point where we have to turn on someone or something when there is nothing left to eat. When there is no more money left in the world, no more jobs to have, no more growth to take place in, no more houses to live in, when there is nothing left for us to have, when the rich has taken it all, they are hoping we'll turn on each other. But if we have nothing to get from each other, because all of us have fucking nothing, a day will come where we will turn and we will take that shit back from the rich. So when there is nothing that is left to be taken from us, we take it the fuck back. Eat the rich also is where a lot of the basis behind quick five fingering things from stores comes from. You cannot ethically become a billionaire. Correct. You can't. There is no ethical way to become a billionaire. There just isn't. Straight up. I like that, but it's one of those things I'm terrified to say out loud. And honestly, think about it. If a store is not like a little family owned store or whatever, but if a store is a big box company, there's this question of, you know, if someone is starving to death, you know, not like on the streets, like they're like actually dying, but you know, I've got to feed myself. I've got to feed a family, and I don't have enough money to pay my rent and buy myself groceries. And there's a big box store kind of thing. And like all of that, like the general consensus or whatever of like, you know, the stores that are millionaires, billionaires, trillionaires, giant companies that they're not a person. If I five finger something from Walmart, there isn't a singular person that is damaged from that. There's a company that's damaged, and I don't give a fuck about that company. I don't give a fuck about Walmart or Target or any of those bitches, right? If I have to eat, I eat the rich. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Does that click? For legal reasons, all of this is a joke and it's all metaphorical. What is the meaning of flowers are blooming in Antarctica? Is that the same thing about policymakers and revolting against eco-terrorists? Yes, but it's also been merged. It is so okay. The reason that specific phrase came about is because a lot of phrases during the marches and the protests had begun getting frozen on any social media platforms. And there was a bill or a law or a movement or a project, I can't remember what it was called, that was introduced that would make it not illegal, but like punishable to discuss protesting, marching, unionizing, revolting of any form, standing up against your government in any way. Any of those words would actually become something that the government could target you on and would be able to take action against you just for even speaking it into concept. And so instead of saying like, hey, like, you know, we're protesting, come with us or whatever, people began to just use, say, flowers are blooming in Antarctica, meaning like the revolution is coming. Like a change needs to happen. We need to march. We need to protest. Something needs to happen. There, it became we borrowed it from the concept of the policymakers and the eco-terrorists and the reality of we have gone past our breaking point. Like, we are killing ourselves by killing our planet. Like, something has to change, and we have taken it and are using it on a much wider scale. Dawn saying that's urban foraging. Real. If you see someone taking food, baby supplies, menstrual products, etc., no, you didn't. Damn right. Except for us, because we are law-abiding citizens. Right. Anyways. I mean, if everyone gets $1 billion, would that be ethical? There isn't money in the world like that. There just simply isn't. I love the police. Keep that energy going. So real. Yeah, no. Love them. Woo, cops. Slide slightly to the left to show the ACAB above me. Woo, cops. Very convincing, Xander. Thank you, Death. I've been practicing. But isn't the government great, guys? They're my favorite. Love them. But yeah, listen, it's one of these things, right, that it's hard to talk about because it's hard to accept that it's gotten as bad as it has. But there is, and I always want to bring this up when we talk about stuff like this, because it is really hard to talk about, because I mean, if anybody isn't scared right now, I don't know who you are, because I'm scared right now. And like, I can assume most people are in a position where they're scared. The world's in a bad place right now. But letting it destroy your mental health won't help you, and it won't help anybody else. If you need to take a step away from paying attention to the politics to protect your own sanity, that's okay. And that is a choice that you need to make. You don't need to kill yourself over it. Do you know what I mean? Like, do what you can, step up where you can, make the changes where you can, boycott who you can, like do the things that you can. But, you know, don't like sacrifice your health for it, because you are no help to yourself or anybody if you're suddenly in a position where, you know, you can no longer take care of yourself. And it also, you're far more likely to get cynical about it and stop supporting it altogether if you kill yourself over the cause. You know, you're more likely to desensitize yourself to it if you're constantly killing yourself over the cause. So it's just like something to keep in mind of like, as much as it can feel like a very privileged position to be allowed to say like, hey, you know, I need to turn my phone off for today and not think about the bad things that are happening. The thing is, you have the privilege to do that for some of us. There are people and places in the world where they can't just turn their phone off and stop listening for now. But you have that privilege right now. And if you need to take that moment and take that day and have that privilege so that tomorrow you can keep fighting and you don't, you know, have to give in or whatever it is, like, then take that. You don't have to deny yourself that privilege because, you know, because somebody else can't have it. Like, have that moment to recover, because killing yourself over it isn't helping anybody. Like, people aren't suddenly doing better in other places in the world, and people aren't suddenly coming back to life, and bombs aren't, you know, getting undropped because you're up all night thinking about it. Genuinely. I know it's like a hard thing to like consider, but that, like, it really is. Like, sometimes the best thing to do is just give yourself that space. Anyways, that's all. Just wanted to reiterate that because I think it's important. Woo, constant anxiety because previous generations have fucked everything up. And that's true, but so has every generation. I love my government. They love our culture. And they would never, ever belittle them and never take our rights away. Yeah. Yeah, for real. But just remember to take care of yourselves. Like, genuinely. Unironically. Do what you need to do this, like to take care of you. God. I think that would be... It's a little awkward, but that kind of would be what the skull looks like there. I've decided my concentration will be in rotorcraft because I want to work on fire rescue coppers. That's really cool. That's a really cool thing. I had to think about what you were talking about in terms of rotorcraft, but you explained, like, I wanted to work on fire rescue copters. That is, like, a genuinely really cool idea. Not weapons of mass destruction. That, well, yeah, that's valid. Is that Derivacat? Yeah, it's Derivacat. But that's cool. Okay. So there's my little skull looking guy. And I know it couldn't be that detailed because it really is going to be about that big. Like that. It is going to be about that big. But I'm just getting the concept down. Is Stalk gonna death grip me on me in 2020? No, for real. You know what? Actually, I'm bored of my fucking stream playlist again. Back to my liked playlist. And it's Eminem. Maybe we don't start with M. You know what? No, okay. Maybe not. Oh god, that's just my stream playlist again. There you go. Oh, this is also my stream playlist. What the fuck? Whatever. Actually, I don't know if this is on my stream playlist. Alright. Back to looking at fox skeletons. What do fox skeletons look like? I need like a good... Okay. So we are gonna do... And I want like... I wonder... It's fine. Yeah, okay. Why not? I'm confused. Back when we were... Oh, yeah, whatever. We were good. No, you did the I'm alive, I survived, you surprised while we were just chatting politics. But you're more than fine, mate. You're good. You were fine. There was no weird timing here. Okay. Let me attempt now to draw a Snokatel, i.e. a skeleton. Okay, so I need to do... So the shoulder blades are going to be like this. Like that. And then we'll do like each of our little bones here. And these are cervical vertebrae, and I don't remember if cervical vertebrae have wings or not. I don't think they do. I think that's only lumbar vertebrae. I think these only have spines, not wings. Right, okay. So like I could do them like this. If I wanted to do them more realistic. I don't think I need to, but that could be an option. But I kind of just like the little like squares. Lumbar bones. Everybody's just what are we talking about? Our femurs. What's going on here, chat? What do you have against your femurs, huh? What did your femur ever do to you? Your femur doesn't deserve this kind of hate. Okay, and then... God, I don't think I'm gonna find a reference of a fox skeleton from the back. So I'm just gonna have to assume the way that these all connect. So I'm gonna keep the spinal situation going. I don't like my bones. Remove my joints. I will not be doing that. I want to be rubber hose animated on 2 seconds at 12 FPS. Just like, should be 2 pieces, too long. I'm jello, I think. You know, listen, I think you're doing your best. I think at the end of the day, we're all just fucking squishy masses trying our darndest to keep going. And then these will be going in this direction. Like this. And then these are just going to keep getting smaller and smaller as they kind of turn into our tail, right? That'll be a little tail. And then I have to draw a rib cage. This song is so Decker's Star. You know what? I would not have thought of that, but yeah. Sometimes I wish my knees would actually just fully stop working so I could actually get help. Death, I relate to that on such a heavy level. Unironically. Yeah. I agree. Sometimes I'm like, man, it would be so much easier if you guys would just fully finish falling apart so that somebody could figure out what the fuck's wrong with me. Because right now it's just like, man, my knees hurt all the time. And they're like, that sucks. Lose weight. And I'm like, okay. If my knees just stopped being knees, that couldn't be the answer. They couldn't be like, lose weight and your knees will come back. It's like, well, motherfucker. Huh? Now what? Now I don't have knees. You gonna tell me to lose weight in my knees? Huh? Is that gonna help? Motherfucker? I hate the doctors. Oh god, how do I draw a fucking... I gotta like... It's something like this. Y'all, I don't draw fox rib cages very often, so just forgive the crude drawing that's happening. I don't know what I'm doing. This is just gonna have to be okay. I'm gonna have to take this to an artist and be like, hey, brother, can you fix this concept and make it viable, please? Could you make this look like it doesn't look like ass? Is that something you're capable of? Xander stream, can I show you a song? I would love that. I'm just a normal guy and everything hurts. I'm not living La Vida Loca. Me too. Being a woman gotta be ass. I'm so sorry to all the women out there. Yeah. Being born as you're not gonna like it. What do you mean? Do you mean like it's not your style, you're not gonna like it? Or you mean like it's gonna make you sad, you're not gonna like it? Like what's the you're not gonna like it energy that we're carrying today? My parents are always like, you need to exercise, lose weight, strengthen the muscle around your knees. If you go to the doctors, they're just going to tell you the same. So we shouldn't have to take you if you won't even listen to us when we say it. Yeah, except I've had pain in my knees since I was 7. And it just, you know, it just doesn't simply work like that. I haven't been overweight since I was 7. I had knee pain when I was a dancer and I was underweight. I had knee pain when I was a child and weight wasn't a factor in my life. Like it just... People are wild. Ollie, what's with the surprised monkey face, huh? I keep forgetting to eat. Go eat your food. What's with the surprised monkey face? I love that monkey. He is kind of a goofy guy. He is a goofy little guy. How the fuck do I draw a fox skeleton? How do I draw your legs? I need to draw a pelvis and I just don't know how. But I can do the tail to cover some of it. And I don't need this. He is stunned. He is absolutely flabbergasted. I guess I could do, we'll just do like the bone like this. I'll do like this. And then I guess I'll do I guess that's not how that would work, would it? It would just be a muscle like, or a bone like that. Same thing with this one. But it would be something like this. This would be kind of the idea. And obviously, if I'm going to have the spiritual stuff floating around in front of him, then I would just have this coming in front of that area. Which means that I could ignore the skeleton under there. I just like ignore this skeletal section and just have it be like, ooh, spirituality or something. Oh, the spirit of Fox compels you. You know what I mean? And then I've got to figure out how the fucking letters that I don't have would be written in this. The W is sharp, so I'm going to trust that the N would be sharp. C is just a regular C. The E's are these curved guys. A's are curved. We don't have a G to go off of, so I'm going to assume it would be a curve, and then this curved A, sharp I. I'll assume the ends will be sharp, like the W. Okay. And then get rid of the extra stuff, and we've got our most of a concept besides like this shit, which needs to be like taken care of, but don't mention that. I'd have to do like something like this. And I don't know what foxes look like, so I don't know how to draw them. That pelvis looks believable? Okay. So maybe it wasn't terrible. What does the fox say? You know, you'll have to ask him when you meet him. Scam from bathroom companies to sell more bathrooms. Oh, gender is stupid. I was wondering what the scam was. A new friend I was talking to me earlier said I loved lima beans when I was a kid and I had nightmares about my sister taking them. What the hell? I also don't think having nightmares about lima beans makes you neurodivergent. I don't think that's on the qualifications, but it's sure there. I've had the pain since I was 12 or 13. That's long before I stopped regularly exercising. I used to be able to run around the forest for hours without stopping, and then the pain started, and I can barely even just sit. Yeah, sitting in one position for too long will immediately destroy me. What does the spirit of the fox compel us to do? We're not sure yet. You have to ask him when you meet him. My dear friend, do you have access to a picture of a fox? I've just Googled images of foxes. I've just been Googling foxes in various positions to see what their faces look like. Because I don't know how to draw foxes. I think even this is, like, not quite right. Because I do think it's a little bit more like that. Like, they're a little bit more pointy. And then this also needs to be a little bit pointier. Like, you know? Something along those lines. I don't know if I would want that, but I don't know. I'd have to look at what I want to do. He said absolutely not. Yeah. A very pointy boy now. Is he too pointy now? Does he got too much of a point? I can't tell. What is the proper amount of point in a fox? What is the proper pointage? I just simply don't know. I don't know what the appropriate level of point to a fox is. And I want there to be like a joint here so that there's like a a paw. I want there to be a space paw. But this just, like, I don't know how to get this to look right. This just doesn't quite read like a body part. But do you know what I mean? Actually, that one doesn't look nearly as bad as the last one did. But something like that, you know? Something along these lines. And then I think this needs to be adjusted. Where are the rest of these lines? Is it on this layer? Yeah. Okay, where's the rest of them? Is it on this layer? Great, okay. Oh god, I'm bad. This is kind of Emily's expertise, is the like the professional wiggle that she does. And I'm never quite sure about what I'm doing, but I'm always just attempting. I simply don't know what I'm doing. Something like that, though. I think the leg would be farther forward. Yeah, and it would be a little bit further forward, but I don't want it to go outside of the box. So I would genuinely need to like, whoop, whoop. Like, I don't want it to be outside of the box. Unless I made it just like a little bit outside of the box like that, and then like trimmed the box to fit it. Something like that. But then it just doesn't feel like it's the right angle either. But something along those lines. Something like that. I don't know. Professional wiggle. No, for real though. She does. She's got this like smoky traily thing that she does, where it like folds in on itself. I don't know how to replicate it properly. I don't want to like replicate hers exactly. I just want that like smoky feel, where she does this like, she like whoop 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 whoop, but then like each one of these would be like a different, like they like kind of like fold in like that, but then like it's just like I don't quite know how it works. But like something like this, where I kind of like, ooh, I don't know. This isn't quite what I was imagining. But like it's just like something like this. I don't know what I'm trying to do anymore. I don't know. Something with like that kind of energy is like the goal. Leg too high up. Leg too high up, love women. 2 sentences, all right? I don't want it to interfere with the trees. What layer are my trees on? What layer are my trees on? Here. There it is. Okay. Something like that, maybe? I'm not a woman lover, but fancy hairstyles beloved. I am all of the above. The whole snout is like a rectangle that's slightly smaller towards the ends. The current version looks cooler, though. The whole snout is like a rectangle that's slightly smaller towards the ends. The current version looks cooler, though. Yeah. I mean, actual fox heads, they look like... They're very just like they're goofy looking. But I think this might be our answer. Women is a deep-seated love, but what if it's not true? I don't know what the hell that means. Better now. The curl at the top there needs to be gone. The curl at the top? The curl at the top. The curl at the top needs to be gone. I'm a woman. I'm so cool. That's so real. I don't know what the curl at the top is, Death. Do you mean like this piece of the ghost fox here? Like these? I mean, this still needs to be there because that's like the back of the fox. I love women, but maybe not. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gay as hell. Maybe men are fucking sweet. They are, but so are women. Maybe both. I guess you said it with maybe gay, but just live your life. Yeah, honestly, that's kind of the best way to go about it. My best piece of advice is always don't try to label yourself and just go with the flow. Find a man you like, cool, marry him. Find a woman you like, cool, marry him. Find a non-binary they like, cool, marry them. But I'm gay and I fell in love with a woman, then clearly it doesn't matter to you. It just simply doesn't matter. It just fully doesn't matter. You should never be looking at someone and be like, but I'm attracted to women and that's not a woman. Oh well, if you're attracted to them, clearly you're attracted to them, and it literally doesn't matter. I know that labels are good because it helps us connect with other people that feel like us. Being able to be like, oh man, I'm a lesbian. Oh man, I'm a lesbian too. Man, we connect so well together because we both have this label that lets us know that we're similar. Like, that's great. Every other part of labels sucks. Like, every other part of labels sucks. Trying to be like, oh, I think I'm pan, but sometimes I have a preference. So maybe I'm just bi, but that's just for dating, and I wouldn't want to have sex with a man, but I would definitely want to date a man, but I wouldn't want to marry a woman, but then I would definitely want to have sex with a woman, but I wouldn't want to. Stop trying to like figure it out. Love who you love, who you love, who you love, who you love, and if you find a word that fits, it fits, and everything else, literally fuck off. Ollie has got it on lock right there. Labels exist to help you, not to stress you out. If you are ever feeling stressed because you can't find the right identity to name yourself, you are focusing on the wrong thing. Can you identify who you are attracted to at the time being? You don't have to label it. Just, who do you fall in love with? It shouldn't matter. Yeah, Death, you can absolutely send me stuff on Pinterest. You don't even have to ask, bro. For real. My Pinterest DMs, open, always. Hit me up. I refuse to touch my gender except for maybe Auntie gender because I've only gotten gender envy from my current hyperfixation. Special interest, so valid. Holly just said the word boy. What does it mean? Oh, the world may never know. I ended up thinking I was trans for a while because of the way people defined how being a person felt. Yeah, see, and that's why labels can be so frustrating. Boys? Ah, Ollie likes boys. That's a good answer. I also have to live with the fact that I get gender envy from Ink and Fire. And see, but gender envy doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything anymore. Being like, man, I get gender envy from this from this pen. It doesn't. It's just a vibe. It's just an aesthetic. It's just a thing you want to look and feel like. It's just the energy you want to give off. Gender doesn't mean anything anymore. And then comes the question: was it love, wanting to be friends, or gender envy? The world may never know, and that's just life, y'all. The sooner you accept that the world doesn't know or care what you are, the sooner the life gets a little bit easier. You know what? There's one more thing I want to say out loud to all of you guys, because me and Emily were talking about it today, and I feel like I talked about it with her, and I want to talk about it with chat and to chat and at chat, just in general. Okay? Hear me out. Chill out. And I mean that in every sense of the word. It's kind of just a funny thing. Literally chill out. Especially if you are my age or younger. If you're older than me, I don't know what to tell you because I ain't lived it. But if you're my age, and especially if you're in high school or middle school, of any variety there, chill out. Chill out about trying to define your sexuality. Chill out about trying to define your gender. Chill out about trying to identify what mental disorders you have. Chill out about trying to get good grades. Chill out about trying to hold your friend group together. Chill out about the sport that you're playing. Like, I'm not saying like don't be passionate. I'm not saying don't care. I'm just saying me and Emily were talking about the fact that if I could go back and like tell ourselves something, like we were talking about, like if you could go back and tell yourself something in high school, one of the things almost everybody says is to chill the fuck out. Like, stop feeling like all of these things are the end of the world. Yeah, you can DM me in Discord, that's fine. But like, that's just like, it's just something we like, it's just good to have in your mind. Okay, hang on. Everybody's talking about gender envy right now. What's going on? Maybe it's because I'm cis, but cis is spelled like, hey sis. But gender envy being an inanimate object had always confused the fuck out of me, but I keep my mouth shut. I'm only attracted to people when I'm not myself for real. Valid. It's something, all right, and that is all that matters. I'm something, yeah. I fundamentally understand gender envy is aesthetic, but how did that even happen? It confuses me too. Yeah, so, I mean, I to some degree get gender envy being from inanimate objects, and I know it genuinely is a thing that, like, if you don't feel it, I don't know how to describe it. And like, even like to some degree, it gets a little out of hand for me that like at a point that I don't understand it as well, because I don't identify as much with neos as other people do. But like, there is definitely a piece of it that like resonates with the same reason that I use like it pronouns, because like my gender doesn't feel definable within like the spectrum of what we have for human labels. And so like, I've just thrown away the requirement of having to be human at all as a identifying of my gender. Like, I'm not saying that like I'm not a human being. I'm very clearly obviously aware that I'm a human being. I just also don't feel the need to like subscribe to like the gender roles that we have placed there, and thus like, you know, I get when people say gender envy to a deep dark forest, that seems to give off a vibe, but if someone says gender envy to like a chair, it loses me a bit. I mean, that definitely feels like a little bit of a like, not, I guess not a stretch, but like a little bit of like the exaggeration of like, you know, there are definitely some people who are looking at specific chairs and be like, man, gender envy. But like, I feel like that's not usually what you're coming across. But also, like, it's normally just, it's just an identification with the way that a thing feels in a space is kind of the best way to like explain it. Like, if that makes sense, like, I don't know, like, even like if you are saying like, yeah, like look at that chair, like, man, that chair gives me gender envy. It's like the way that that chair sits in the space, or the way that like people look at that chair and like the way it makes them feel, I guess is like the best way. Yeah, I'm not saying it's invalid, do whatever makes you happy. Oh yeah, I don't think you are. It just doesn't compute with my brain. Yeah, and I was just trying to like find a good way to like put it into words. But it genuinely is like, it's very much of like, if somebody's never had a panic attack, it's hard to explain what it feels like. Or like if somebody's never like, I don't know, been scared, how to like describe a feeling, that like it's hard to like put the right words to it to be like, yeah, I want to exist in this, I want to exist in the space the way that that object exists in space, and I want people to feel how they feel when looking at the thing when they look at me. Like, and I feel like a lot of kids, a lot of the younger queers will describe gender envy when looking at something like fire, and like not have a better word for what they're trying to explain other than like, I have gender envy for fire. But when what they're really saying is like, I want people to look at me and feel the way they do when they're looking at fire. Like I want to have people like look at me in awe. I want to look powerful, but I also want to feel warm. Like it's like there's like an energy to it, but they can't quite identify what it is. So they're just like, man, my gender is fire. If that makes sense. I wish I was either a really feminine girl or a really masculine man. I hate feeling like I'm just not doing gender right. Yeah, and I honestly, I kind of feel bad because like, feeling bad isn't the right word. I mean, I felt, how do I say, like, I feel not shame, but I feel like I've done being trans wrong to some degree, because I never went through the phase of like, you know, like, oh my God, like I'm not gonna like fit into like any of the prescribed gender roles. Like I'm not performing my gender correctly. I'm not being a female correctly. I'm not being a male correctly. Like I'm never gonna fit into whatever. Like I have those moments of like, I'm never really gonna truly be one or the other. Like I'm always gonna be this other thing. Like, and sometimes in some degree that really like upsets me because of the way that people perceive me. But like gender as a concept has never meant anything to me. Like, and it's so hard because like I've never had any inkling of like the fact that like I should be performing a gender. It's always just other people disliking the way that I perform it that makes me upset. But like I've never been I've never identified with the concept of gender, like being like I should perform my gender this way. It's always just whatever makes me comfy. You know, I don't know how to explain it well. Gender roles and patriarchy has rotted my brain because if I'm not a hot, sexy woman or a TikTok pretty girl, then I'm a failure and I should delete myself. Yeah, and genuinely, it's wild because it's such a harsh stance to have, and it's hard, especially like obviously I don't want to talk for you, but like I'm gonna make what I think is a safe assumption to say like you don't ascribe that to anyone else. Like you don't look at any other woman in the world and be like, if you're not a sexy woman or a TikTok pretty girl, then you're failing at being a woman. Like you're never putting that requirement to other women. And yet it applies so internally to yourself of like, this is how I'm supposed to be performing my gender. Why am I doing it wrong? Like it's one of those like fucking horrible internal monologues that just gets stuck. It's really wild. I was called a femboy one too many times, so I decided to fuck men and be a girl sometimes. I don't know what's happening. You know what? So valid. Fuck gender. And fuck boys. And girls, I guess. Go crazy. You remind me of a character I have? Real. Very off topic, okay? But how does Chet Puffed have a monopoly on marshmallows? I got Chet Puffed this time, and they're so much better, and I don't know how they do it. They really are just better. They're just good marshmallows, man. Girlhood feels like a club where everyone else got a rule book, and I never did. I think I've talked about this before. It's kind of wild because I know exactly what you mean, but not in terms of gender. Like I feel that way about like social interactions a lot of the time. Like everybody else kind of got like everybody else like it's like I missed a day at school. And I've always been like a couple steps behind everybody else who just seems to know what they're doing. And I keep having to ask the person sitting next to me how I'm supposed to do this problem. Like, well, that's autism. Right. And I know that's a piece of autism, but like, I know I can't ascribe the same feeling because obviously yours is applying to gender and mine is applying more to like social rules. But like, I get what you mean in terms of feeling like everybody else seems to have it figured out and you, for some reason, missed the day. But also, the more that I learn about it, the more that I realize that, like, to some degree, like, everybody feels that way. And everybody's just, like, trying to convince everyone else that they feel that way. Like, if that makes sense. Like, every other girl in the world also is, like, trying to learn the girl rule book. Like, I've seen so many of my friends growing up that spent like hours like sitting in front of a mirror trying to learn how to do makeup, watching video after video after video after video, trying to learn how to do eyeliner, trying to learn how to straighten their hair, trying to learn how to dress like the girls they see on TV. And that's like such a core part of growing up as a young girl, is desperately trying to learn how to look like all the other girls. But it's like something you do in private. Like you don't like publicly ask people like, hey, I don't know how to dress like a girl. How do I dress like a girl? Because then you're the quirky weird one who has to have the makeover or whatever. Like they just like secretly sit and learn this quietly in their rooms, like some kind of like secret cult ritual. And I always felt really left out of it because at the age that all of my friends were doing that, I didn't have any interest in presenting femininely. So all of my friends were learning makeup and learning hair and learning how to braid each other's hairs and learning how to do like mascara and started wearing like full makeup to school and stuff and like wearing high heels to school and like all these things. And like I tried to keep up and I couldn't quite because I just didn't understand why they were doing it. Obviously, because my perception of gender is different. But like everyone seemed to have this like like, they were like, everybody else seems to be doing this, so I have to learn how to do this because that's what I'm supposed to do. It's such a weird chunk of life. I don't know. And everybody goes through like those awkward phases of it. And normally people go through those awkward phases either really young in life, like 13, 14 years old, where you're trying to learn how to do makeup and you go to school looking like a dumbass with bright blue eyeshadow and your hair half straightened because you missed the whole chunk in the back kind of thing. And you go through your awkward phases as teenagers, or you rediscover it in adulthood and you get to spend that time in your awkward learning phases as an adult where you're doing it for yourself because you didn't want to do it as a child and you've decided now, like, you know, now I want to do it for me, not because everyone else in middle school was doing it, but now I want to learn and I'm going to take the awkward time to try and learn to do my eyeliner in the mirror. And I think there's something fun about that too. I don't know. I'm glad gender is one of the few things where I generally don't give a fuck what people think about how I see my gender. I am what I am, and what I am is a gelatinous blob. Valid. Yeah, looking like a Nintendo Mii, it's a stage we all go through, for real. Over plucking your eyebrows or filling them in too dark or overlining your lips or whatever is like a thing that like so many girls did growing up. I remember seeing a friend in elementary school, who waxed her upper lip for the first time and spent the entire day walking around like this because her lip was up bright red and you could tell that she had like tried to wax her lip for the first time. And I remember her being so embarrassed about it. I really wish I went through that phase earlier. I can't go through the awkward makeup phase in college, but I mean, you can though, because that's college is such a good time to do it. Because college is all about like experiments. Like every time I try to learn a new thing on makeup, I look insane, but I give it a shot anyways, and I'll do it at home when I don't have to go out that day. And if it looks bad, I take it off, and if it looks good, take some pictures. Great, and then just go on and repeat forever, I suppose. I make a lot of my discoveries and mistakes just at home secretly. I found a makeup style that worked super quick and never wore makeup to school, so I got lucky as fuck. Yeah, and some people just do that. I never wore makeup to school unless I was wearing like the big emo shit that I sometimes wore, like the big dark eyeliner or whatever. Like I never really did my makeup. I've never done a full face in my life, like where you like put like the contour and highlight and like full foundation like over your entire face and then like contour it to look whatever and then like add like all that. Like I've never had a full face of makeup before. I have no idea what it's like to do that. I watch these videos and it's crazy. Like they like paint a new face on and like it is a skill I never had and I don't think I ever will have, and that's okay. But it's so cool. it's not a skill I have or needed. But I've never done full foundation, but I've done like a bit of contour and concealer and spot foundation for prom. I've done concealer for like cosplays and for like masculinizing makeup. I've done contour for that. My gender is yes to everything all at once except girl, never girl, no thank you. And my sexuality is gay in every way possible. Women, gay. People, gay. Men, gay. No one, still gay. Just undercover. Gay, but like on the down low. Last time I had a full phase of makeup was a terrible experience. Makeup's one of those things you need to choose to wear, otherwise it's just ick. Yeah. I think it is more likely for humans to discover the existence of God than it is for Ollie to learn how to do something. Makeup ain't ever happening. Ollie, first off, yeah, that should be going in quotes, but I genuinely think you're too hard on you. Like, you're not gonna be good at makeup when you start. That is like just not gonna happen. Because that doesn't happen for literally anybody. And I know, like, I know you don't need me to tell you this, because you know, and I'm preaching to the choir and all of those things. But like, and I'm not saying like, you know, you don't know that, just give it a try. Maybe you'll be great at it, or you know, you've given up before you've even started, kind of thing. Because I'm sure you haven't like not dabbled in the world of it, but like, you're gonna be bad at it. You're gonna be bad at it, and it's gonna be awkward, and it's gonna look weird on you because you've never worn it before, and you're gonna feel weird and not like yourself. You're not gonna slip makeup on for the first time and suddenly feel like you've discovered you. But if it's something that you want to learn, not because you feel like you have to learn it, but because I would feel happy if I could wear makeup, you're gonna have to go through the phase of learning it like everybody else and give it that shot. Like, you know, watch a video or ask a friend to help, or just experiment in the mirror until it looks good. And that might be years of practice and stuff, but the time is gonna pass anyways. If you want to learn how to do makeup because it's something that would make you feel better about yourself, like, right now is like the time to start. The best time to start was yesterday, and the second best time to start is right now. Everyone's terrible stuff when they first start, but I just don't have it in me to push past that initial phase. And, you know, I get that. It's just something that I wish we could be there to help with that phase of it. Like, it's just gonna be, it's I don't know how, I don't have the best words for it. And I get it, because I don't like doing it either. Like, I don't like the phase of being bad at something. It sucks. But like, if it's something that you want long term, like, it'd be nice. It'd be nice to be able to encourage you however you'd like. But I don't like makeup, and I'm not excited about it. I just want to crawl out of my body. Yeah, and at that point, this is a piece of advice I've given everybody who's brought up this conversation, because you're not the only person I've talked about with it, is that, like, at the end of the day, it has to, God, I don't want to, this is going to be preachy. So I'd like to first off explain that this isn't just to you. This is generalized advice to you and all of chat and myself also, because this isn't being like, Ollie, I think you need to hear this particularly. It's just part of the topic, but it sounds preachy. But like, the point of it being that, like, it's got to start inside and it can't start outside. And that sucks. That, like, if I have struggled with it a lot over the past year. It's really bothered me that I'm really trying to like the way that I look by buying the jewelry that I like and dyeing my hair the way that I like and buying the clothes that I like. And I keep coming into this problem that I can buy all the clothes that I want and all the clothes that I think will make me happy, and I can put them on my body, and I'll still hate the way I look because I don't like my body. And it's not the clothes that are going to fix me, or the hair that are going to fix me, or the makeup that's going to fix me, or the jewelry that's going to fix me, or any of those things, because I don't like me. And so, if I were to try and put on an outfit that I've always wanted to look good in, and I think I would look good in, I can't do that and think I'll look good in it if I am still in the mindset of, I hate the way I look anyways. Like, that's like the part that's so difficult, is like, there has to be some level of neutrality to yourself first of, you know, I don't hate the way I look right now, and I think this could be even more fun. Whoa there, buckaroo. I didn't know it was real talk time. Back your horse up there. Who told you I stay in the shower long enough for the mirror to fog completely? Guys, for real, like, and chat, if you guys ever need to talk about this kind of stuff, genuinely come reach out to me, because I get how hard it is to do it alone. Like, reach out to each other, reach out to your friends, reach out to your family, reach out to a therapist. I've been there. I get it. And part of it is me being trans, because, yeah, my body is something I've never felt 100% comfortable in. And part of it is, you know, stuff that we don't talk about a whole lot, because the world has told us you're not supposed to talk about that kind of shit. But, like, it's just the reality of it. Like, I deal with a lot of issues with my body image. I dealt with some severe disorders growing up that, you know, to some degree you don't ever really grow out of. They just kind of stick around in the background of your life. And that makes life really fucking hard. Do you know what I mean? But so, like, I get what it's like. Anyways, sorry. That's just a piece I wanted to bring up, because I know what y'all mean. And it's for some of us, it's a lifelong battle, man. For some of us, it is the staying in the shower until the mirror is completely fogged. And for some of us, like myself, I get stuck. You know, why does it take me an hour and a half to take a shower? Because I get in the bathroom and I go to take a shower and I see myself in the mirror and I'm stuck. You know what I mean? Hot tip, shower in the dark. What you can't see can't hurt you. On one hand, I used to despise myself. On the other hand, I'm so proud of the progress I've made. I don't hate my voice anymore. I don't hate my smile anymore. And it's so encouraging. Yes. And find the little things. I genuinely find the little things. It is so helpful, especially as somebody who's going through transitioning right now. Find the itty bitty tiny pieces of yourself that you don't hate and just burn them into your memory, because you can put yourself together one puzzle piece at a time. Like, you can't come in with it as like, I love everything about myself right fucking now. Like, you're not going to get there. It's not going to start that way. But back when I was in high school, it was my fingers. Is that weird? Yes. But I liked the way my hands looked when I painted my nails black. Easy. That meant my nails were black all the time. Because even if I hated myself head to toe, everything about me, I could put my hand out here, and I like the way my hand looked with black nail polish on. And that's going to get me through just today, because that is all I can do, and that is all I can manage. And that's okay. If that's all you can manage, that's all you can manage. Find a hair color that you like. Even if you hate yourself head to toe, but you like the way your hair looks today, that's enough. That is step one. And you can't attack the entire thing all at once, but you can put yourself together bit by bit and focus on little pieces at a time. You know, if what you want to work on is you want to grow your nails out long because you think having long nails would look good on you, focus there. If you want to grow your hair out or chop it all off, if you want to get a certain piercing that will make you feel more uncomfortable or more comfortable in your body, if you want to, you know, wear a certain type of shoe, if you want to wear platforms and you think that will make you feel more comfortable in your body, and even if you hate every other part of your body, but you think you look cool with those platforms on, like, it's all of that. It's a process. You know? I hope that makes sense. And I also hope you guys know that it gets better at some point. I'm not going to tell you it goes away and that if you deal with this kind of stuff that it'll just suddenly one day be better and you'll be okay. I won't tell you that, because if it does happen like that, I haven't found it yet, and it's been 10 years. But I can tell you that if you're dealing with shit like this, there will be a day where you don't think about it. And you won't even realize that you didn't think about it until you think about it the next time and realize it's been a whole day since you've thought about it. And then there'll be a week where you don't think about it. And I can't tell you that you're going to suddenly run into a lifetime where you don't think about it, but those days come. You just got to get to them. Anyways, there's Xander's chat for the day. Xander needed to talk about some things. And I think they were things that are good for people to hear. Even if you didn't think you needed to hear them. Xander's little mental health chat again. I'm always on this shit. Xander's always on the mental health grind, I guess. I've always got some bullshit to say. All right. Anyways, what do you think of the tattoo? That's a very nice Xander chat. I enjoyed that. I'm glad. I think this is the closest thing I'll ever get to therapy. Xander's bullshit is the best bullshit. Xander chats are always good and always needed. Yeah, and that's why I do them. Because I wish somebody would have told me that. I wish somebody told me that when I was 15. Like, hey, instead of, it'll get better, you're going to go to therapy and you're going to get better. I'm not coming at you from a therapist point of view of, here are the things you need to do, and if you do these things and you check the boxes off your list and you do all of the good things in therapy and you're a good little boy and you turn in all of your homework at the end of the day, then you're gonna get better, and then you're gonna be, you know, you're gonna be healed and everything's gonna be okay. I can't tell you that. It just doesn't work that way. But what I can tell you is I'm a human being and I've been where you're standing right now, and I can tell you that 10 years down the line, I don't feel like I used to anymore. And that enough, like, I wish somebody would have told me that when I was 15 of like, hey, it doesn't go away, but God, life gets easier, and that's okay. Like, sometimes that's enough. And you're still gonna have those days, you know? You're still gonna have the bad days. But, you know, there's gonna be a point where the good ones outweigh the bad ones. That's all. Xander chats are good, but they will make me cry. Oops, I'm sorry, Reese. I'm supposed to have therapy on Saturday, but I need to go to baby's birthday party, so instead I'm doing my session here, apparently. Hey, welcome to session. But baby is not gonna remember the birthday. Why does he need a birthday? Yeah, go for the food. I DM'd you the pin. Thank you, Death. I will take a look at that after stream. All right. Oh god, I forgot about this guy. I'm gonna turn. Oh, wait, that's cool. Now you can see, like, so this was the tattoo. This is the We Are the Stardust tattoo, or We Are All Stardust tattoo, and this is the edition. Now that's cool. So this is the tattoo I have, which is this is the. Go ahead and check that top layer, please. Do you like him? I was trying to draw a fox. This was my first attempt at drawing a fox. Guys, somebody donate $100 and I'll get this tattooed. You donate $100 and I'll get Emily to tattoo this exact drawing on my butt cheek. Yeah, there you go. You tattoo this on each of your nipples, just like facing each other. Do you guys want this as an emote? I can get this to you as an emote. That would be something I'd be willing to do. Yes, please. Maybe we make an emote out of this. You know what I mean? Their long schnoozes will touch my sternum. Yeah, the schnozzes really just reach. I wanted to color him in. Nipple Fox? Is that what we're gonna call him? We can't call this Reese's Nipple Fox. That just simply can't be the answer. How do foxes look? Don't they have the, like... The underside here is, like, white? And then... Isn't it, like this or something? There, that's a fox. I love the duality we have here. Yeah. Give him a penis nose? All right now. He doesn't deserve that. It looks like a horrible fox anteater hybrid. I like him. He's a little goofy guy. Does this look right? Does this look correct, or should I do, like... Nah. All right. I mean, I could do, like, the... Yeah. Stupid little fucking thing. What is this? Is this right? Black nose? Yeah, we could do a black nose. Wait, black nose or pink nose? Do foxes have black noses or pink noses? I think they have black noses. He looks better with the soulless eyes, like this. This is just... What the fuck? The context of the emote should just be the vibes of the word what. Yeah. This can be our what emote. He can have so many expressions. What the fuck? Oh, fuck. He's so concerned. He's so concerned. Oh no, we've upset him. I made him sad. I didn't mean to make him sad. Can I see the angry once more? I got you. Oh dear. Okay, so maybe we make a line of these guys. Didn't I do it for you? No, genuinely. What else can I do to him? I could give him a mustache, but it would be over his nose. Unless I did like... Now he's got a mustache. That just looks like a smile. I used to get mauled by a nondescript creature every night in my dreams when I was a kid, and this guy was the one who did it. I'm sure of it. Sad eyebrows, like, off to the side for wait. Sad eyebrows, like, off to the side for concerned. Oh my god, he's so concerned. Oh my god. Now this is concerned. Wait. He's shocked. He's so surprised. The little white lines are on, the little lines around his eyes that cartoons use to show fear or shock. Oh yeah, wait, I could do like, if I do like this, and then what is it, like this? Oh, he's so fucking horribly concerned. How am I supposed to draw him with the like, what am I supposed to do there? Am I supposed to just like just under him? Like, is it just supposed to be like it, make the hands orange. What the hell? I can't do the sparkle in his eye properly because of the layer that I'm on. I have to like... Oh my god. This is it. This is the one. This is a nightmare. Risa's color behind it. Oh god. Oh, like you want like the light up in the corner? Like do like a like oh my god. He's begging. He's begging. What the fuck? What he's begging. He's pleading. The fox says, please. Alright, you guys will get these as emotes tomorrow. I'll get these fuckers out to you because these are funny as hell. I will get these out to you. I'm not sure how many of them I'll do, but I've definitely got some open emote slots on Twitch. And then everything that I don't have room for on Twitch, I'll see what I can fit on Discord. I don't know how many Discord emote slots I have left. Let me see. Let me simply see. Oh, I'm fine. I'll give you all of them on Discord for sure. I'll see what I can give you on Twitch, but I will give them all for sure on Discord. So, can I draw a fox like on as a long nose fox? Death, I'm going to cry. That is not me. It might be you. It might be. Avi, if someone put them in a blender, I have several questions. Reese, I don't know what you were asking, but if you want to draw a fox, you can also draw a fox. I want to draw him where like I don't know how to do what I want to do. Like I want to wait. No, I've done something wrong. No, 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 hang on. Wait. Like, I want, wait, this is going wrong. Something has gone wrong. I wanted to put his face up. I don't think this is a good thing. I'm gonna put his nose back. I wanted to, like, you know, like, I just want to, like, anyways, I'm gonna let him die. Goodbye, Mr. Fox. I will deal with you later. But anyways, yeah, here's my tattoo. Thank you guys for all the assistance today. Here is my original tattoo that I have on my arm here. That I am no longer a fan of, and here is what we have added. I'm actually really happy with this. So I'm gonna have to find an artist who is willing to do this. I guess Emily, this is deeply out of your usual, but I could ask you, but it's also far outside of what I'd normally ask of you. And also not something I would want to ask you to do for free. Because this is a big old problem. But it sure is a thing. So, we will simply see about... I don't need anything, like, here, right? I don't need to add anything here. I don't think so. I think we're good. I don't need to do... Hang on, I've had a thought. Just as a thought here. Just as a thought. Hang on. Hang on, Xander's using his brain. I began to notice that we were nothing like the rest. Okay. What if, right? Xander had a miniature thought, right? Cause, right? I don't need to do like a, like this way, do I? Like, what if I, like, how do I explain what I'm trying to do here? Like, if I get rid of like some of this, that, and then this, I'd have to move my mushroom, obviously, don't mind my mush. But like if I did like I could do like show like the spirit, like obviously like leaving the bounds. Trying to figure out how the fuck I would do this. Like, obviously, like, I would draw this better than I'm currently drawing it. I don't currently have any skill points. You know what I mean? But, like, give it, like, more of a lively kind of feel to it. And then bring it in. What layer is that on? This layer. Get rid of this. Do you know what I mean? Are you seeing what I'm seeing, chatters? And then bring it up this way and like have this be there. And then also have it come across like behind him and like, ooh, he's doing both. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not like, obviously, it's what I'm attempting to do here is not perfect. Because I'm not exactly the master smoke drawer here. But, like, this, like, kind of concept of, like, having it be... Do you know what I mean? So it's kind of, like, extra... Like, it's kind of, like, branching off a little bit. and then like break this off. I don't wanna be anything other than what I've been trying to be lately. All I have to do is stay me and my peace of mind. I'm tired of looking around here thinking what I ought to do and who I'm supposed to be. I don't wanna be anything other than me. Like something like that. Do you know what I mean? Do you catch my drift? Where it becomes a little bit more three-dimensional. What about that? Huh? I think that might be... I feel like that might be the way to go. I would even consider pushing it to wrap around the other fox, but it would only be able to go behind it because of the way that it's already drawn, so I don't want to push that. I think this might be a good move, actually. Everybody's just doing this. My salsa jar won't open. I'm sorry, Ollie. I wish I was there to save you. To save you from this. Why are we just sending burgers, you guys? I need a strong man. I'm on my way. I'll get in the car. Give me 5 hours. I'll be there. All right. Is there anything else? And this is my last reaching out to chat for some kind of answer here. You opened it? See, you are your own big strong man. You've got it so covered, man. All right. Here's my last real question here. Is there anything I can do here to fill that space? Because I feel like I've got a lot of movement and naturalness happening there and like breaking out of that shape. And besides his tail, I don't have anything on this side breaking out. Do you have any concepts of what I could add to make that shape feel more three-dimensional? Because right now it is very triangular. I don't really know what the fuck I could add. Like I could do, I mean, since it is like, this is the life one, I could just be basic and do like, how do leaves work? Like something like this. You know, like I could just do something like little like this. Just to have like some semblance of like, there's like growth on that side, and then there's very clearly death on this side. Not the person in chat, but you know. Something like, you know, a bit to the side, but you have heavy bones on top of smoke. Again, you have heavy bones on top of smoke for second fox, but very little bones for the bottom. Like maybe add some leg bones. Oh, do you mean like this area? Like there's not much bone there? Or is, because this one I have the smoke pass in front of him, and then this one the smoke is passing behind him. But you're saying like add some bones in this area? I DM'd you the fox? What did you oh god, I'm afraid of what you might have DM'd me. What have you done? Can I share that on stream? Can I share that on stream? Because I want this to be the emote. Guys, we found your emote. That's our boy. That is our boy. He's beautiful. He's the uwu fox to my owo fox. He's brilliant. I adore him. Oh gosh, yeah, don't mind the 79-hour timer. Can we name them that? The uwu and the owo? Yeah, we can name them uwu and owo. Yours is uwu and mine is owo. I think we could make that work. We should have matching profile pictures, Reese. Me and you, uwu and owo. All right. And yeah, I think the smoke I'm going to have be completely opaque just because of the way that I'm like drawing it. I don't know what else to do in the tail of the fox because they really wouldn't have other bones. Because I know like it's like leg bone. We would have like a leg bone here. But I don't want to draw that. I want this to like be like the shape of the fox's tail. Maybe I'll do like kind of like I want to have like little like ghosty like ears. Do you know what I mean? Like I want to like him to like still kind of have like the shape of like, you know what I mean? I want to give him like the things that he needs to be a fox. I don't know. This is giving me the tippy tappy stems. I love that. I don't know if I want to give him ears, actually. I kind of like him without the ears, TBH. Also, the things I have go this way. Maybe I'll do something like that. I don't know yet. I just might have them shade it, is what I might do. I don't know, but I could present this to an artist and see like, yeah, I prefer no ears. I also prefer the no ears. Evanescence, how am I just hearing? Yeah, Evanescence was playing way earlier. This is not Evanescence right now. This is Alanis Morissette. Sorry, you're okay. I still have Uwu Fox staring at me. Get him out of here. All right. I think this works. I think this works. I think I'm satisfied with this. I think if I presented this to a tattoo artist, they could take this and make something of it. Like they could make this clean. And this is something I'd be way happier to have on my body. This feels this isn't a Pinterest drawing, you know? Like, this isn't just some, like, flat image of a fox and some stupid bubble letters. Like, this feels like something that has, like, some level of meaning to me. And I designed it with all of you guys. You guys got to help me. So. A merging of your two selves. Yeah. The thing with me is that, like, yeah, and us. We're there, too. Yeah. It's a merging of my two selves and also you guys. It's kind of like Oblivion's thing from earlier today, talking about, you know, if you woke up suddenly a different person. The reason I said in Discord, but I didn't say it in here, the reason that I feel like I would be able to manage a situation like that well is that I don't think it, I don't, if I had the situation in which I went through my life as one person, and then I lost all my memories, and I lived my life as a new person, and then I suddenly had those two memories, and I used to be a really bad person with a really bad life, and now I'm a really good person with a really good life, and all of those different things together, I think I would be able to manage it fairly well because I feel like to a certain degree, I kind of already lived that. Obviously not to such a crazy extreme, but I don't identify with or recognize who I was when I was 15 or 16, like at all. Like not even just like oh wow, I've really matured. Oh wow, I've really grown up. Like some people are like, you know, I barely changed since high school. And some people are like, oh, you know, I've definitely changed or whatever. I don't know who that was. Like there is such a disconnect between that, not even just in being trans of like, there was a girl there who was 15 years old and now I'm a dude. It's not even just the gender thing, but the way that I acted, the way that I thought about life, the way that I experienced the world, the way that I interacted with friends, the way that I thought about things, the things that I believed in, the faiths that I had, the morals that I stood behind, the way that I addressed people. Like, it's not just, you know, I used to be a girl and now I'm a boy. I used to be a teenager, now I'm an adult. I don't know who that was. And I don't mean it in a, like, I've got a dark and mysterious past, because that is simply not what it was. But, like, in, like, the most genuine sense. Like, I feel like I don't remember who that person was, which is kind of goofy. But that's why, like, to some degree, I genuinely think that it's something I could manage, because I have that disconnect. Like, I have that weird feeling of, like, man, I wish I would have learned and realized and acted and been this way my whole life, because I had so many years that I wasted being this person that I don't remember being, like that I don't have any memory of or connection with or emotional attachment to. I don't know who she was. So I don't know. Just an interesting thought. Hey, 3-stream streak. Nice work. But yeah, that's about it. That's my thought. But that's why I don't mind getting tattoos on the whim. Because it's a part of me that meant something a lot right then and there. And I don't ever think I'm ever going to really cover up a tattoo. I don't ever want to tattoo something in a way that you won't be able to see it anymore. I want to add to them. I want them to grow and develop because they meant something to me then. And even if I'm not that person anymore, I still was that person and she's still with me. I'm just not her. I'm me. And that's okay. So like, that's all it is. So like, it's such a weird, unique little, like, a weird little thing that like, I don't want to cover up who I used to be, even if I'm not proud of who I was. But yeah, I'm not the 19-year-old girl who went and got a Pinterest tattoo, but like, I don't hate her. Like, you know, I don't dislike her. I don't want to get rid of her. I don't want to forget her. She got me here. So I just want to keep her with me and also give myself permission to grow, you know? Like, I want to honor her while also, like, letting go of her and moving forward and becoming the person I want to be. I'm not who I used to be, and I'm also not who I'm gonna be yet. I'm just somewhere along the road. That's all. I feel like it just hit me why I don't want tattoos. Is it the permanency of it? Or is it like remembering like points in your life? Or is it something completely different? That's a really cool mindset. Yeah. It's something like I think is important. You can't cut off old pieces of ourselves. You're almost Xander. I am. There's the name. It all comes full circle. It all comes full circle. I'm almost Xander. And the day I become Xander, the journey stops. And I don't ever want the journey to stop. And so, therefore, I'll be almost Xander forever. And I'll always be almost there, but never quite, because that's the whole point. That's the whole reason. That's the plot. That's the goddamn plot. That's why I'm on this earth. I'm on this goddamn earth to constantly find where I'm supposed to be going. Yeah, the day that I die is the day that I became Xander. The day we stop becoming and manifesting and growing and developing and learning and changing and watching our old selves die over and over and over again and carrying the corpses of who we used to be with us and using their memories and their knowledge and their failures to become better people every single day, the moment that stops, you're not alive anymore. Like, the moment that's over, there's no reason. You took it as inspiration, I meant it as a threat, but this works too. But I mean it as both. Because if you're not becoming and growing and doing and living, then what the fuck's the point? You might as well have Reese and all 37 guns come at you, because what's the point? You know? And you don't have to constantly be doing something great with your life. I've always decided that the way I can tell if I'm wasting my time is I have to be either learning, growing, or enjoying myself. That's it. If I am learning something new, if I am growing as a person or in a skill in any way, or if I am just enjoying myself, then it's not a waste of time. But if I'm not learning something new, growing in some way, or enjoying myself, then I'm wasting my time. And that's the best way to break it down. Genuinely. That is the best thing that I've ever put into my brain. If I go like, God, I'm wasting so much time. Well, am I learning something new right now? No. Well, am I growing in some way as a person, as a friend, as an artist, as anything? No. Am I enjoying myself? Well, yeah. Then you're not wasting time. You've checked one of those boxes. You're currently not wasting in time. What do you mean me laying in bed riddled with anxiety because I can't enjoy myself because I feel guilty isn't productive? What do you mean? It's not. And that's the thing. You laying in the bed feeling guilty isn't learning, growing, or enjoying yourself. That's going to be the thing that's wasting your time. Not enjoying yourself, because that one's not a waste. You're not wasting time if you're enjoying yourself. That's where you get stuck in like a loop. Do you know what I mean? What if I'm too busy being perfect and having no flaws? You know what? That's also, are you enjoying yourself? If you're enjoying yourself by being perfect and having no flaws, then boom. Perfection. There it is. You're learning to be more perfect. Yes, redefining perfection. Like, that's all it is. But that's checked myself off of my phone a lot. If I'm scrolling on TikTok and be like, am I still enjoying myself right now? Sometimes the answer is yes. And I'm enjoying it. Good, keep scrolling. But at a certain point, I have to go, I'm not learning anything. I'm not growing at all. I'm not even enjoying myself anymore. Okay, put the fucking phone down. Go do something else. You know? Sonny, I've chosen to ignore that. I'm just actively choosing to. But, anywho. That's all. That's Sanders' thoughts for the day. Hopefully that makes some sense. Maybe it doesn't, but I've been live for 3.5 hours, so at this point, if I haven't made some kind of sense today, I don't think it's gonna happen. I just don't think it's in the cards for me. Do you know what I mean? If I haven't made sense yet, it's just not happening. I've got very limited sense to have. Stopping live so I can go piss without FOMO, please. I'm on my hands and knees. I'm working on it. Jesus Christ. Has Poison been live for 9 hours? Let me listen in. Oh. I'll wait, because I was just gonna say 9 hours is usually a mark for her, and I open her stream to see her / rating me. So now we're gonna wait. Wait. Hang on. Wait. We can scare her. We can scare her because she doesn't know that we know. Hang on. Wait. Wait, I can scare her. Wait, no, fuck. Wait, hang on. Hi. Poison. And now we wait. Yeah. Now we can scare her. Get the shout out ready. Everybody be ready. Poison's coming into chat. I can see her actively rating me. I don't know what's happening, but I can see it happening. Oh, wait, hang on. Somebody might have redeemed something for her. Hang on. Nope. Okay, wait. Nope. She's resetting up the raid. Oh my god. Okay, this is coming to us. Wait. Okay, it's happening. Hang on. We're gonna scare her. Wait. She's on the way. Hang on. She doesn't know I'm stalking her. Yeah, Reese is ready with the shout out. Whoever hits enter first. I'm waiting. Oh. There we go. Oh. Hey, Poison. Hi. Hi, Poison. Hi. This is me scaring you. I've been expecting you. I was I was gonna raid you, and I clicked into your stream to raid you to see you raiding me, and I went so anyways, I won't raid you, but hey, how are you? How was stream? I hope you were well. You were live for 9 hours? What in the world were you doing? What were you doing over there? I don't know what you were up to. Yeah, the red carpet treatment to just welcome you in. Hello. Mining and crafting? It must have been. I mean, mining and crafting does take quite a bit of time, so I can understand how it would take a long time. Alright, let me see if I can find anybody to raid here that I want. I'm always trying to find artists to raid, and they simply don't exist, so I almost always revert back to just raiding Minecrafters, because they're Minecrafters, and I tend to trust them. Is that a good idea? No, but I want to mine and craft so bad. We can mine and craft tonight. We can simply be mining and crafting tonight. Let's find somebody new, since Poison clearly doesn't need us because she's come on our side here. Otherwise, I would have sent my posse to you today, Poison. I just barely didn't catch you. We always end at like the same time. Who to raid? Anybody got suggestions? Should I sub for the Uwu Fox? You should. Wait, what about Crispy? Oh, Crispy is live. Oh, Crispy's doing a working stream right now. Crispy's doing a work stream right now. Do you guys want to head over to Crisp? Let's do Crisp. I didn't even realize Crisp was live today. All right. Crisp is doing a, this one. Crisp is doing a work stream right now, which is like an ADHD focus stream essentially. Which is, he sets timers that spin for a certain amount of time where you're supposed to focus on a certain thing. You can even like make it like a little command, and it pops up on his little checklist, and then he just plays music and you work with him, and then during breaks you sit and chat. So I will get you guys over there. Let's do that. Let's go say hi to Crisp. Climb on in there. Thanks for sitting around for 3.5 hours today. I hope you guys had fun. Thanks for helping me redesign my tattoo. I'll let you guys know if I find an artist to do that, if I'm going to try and make Emily do it, or if I'm going to find someone to challenge with it, but we will simply see. But yeah, thanks for being here, everybody. I love you guys. Have a good night. I'll see you on Friday. Tally ho, chatters. Goodbye. Good night.